Can you feel life moving through your mind? Oh, looks like it came back for more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you feel time slipping down your spine? Oh, you try to ignore. Yeah, but you can't. Oh, they do this part? Okay. Yeah, no worries. All right. Okay. Oh, I see this. Oh, hey. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow from the works of yesterday. If you beg or if you borrow, you may never find your way. Whoa, yeah. Can you feel life tangle you up inside? Yeah, now you're face down on the floor. Oh. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow from the works of yesterday. If you beg or if you borrow, you may never find your way. Hey, whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a face searching far, so far and wide. There's a place where you dream you'd never find. Hold on to what if, hold on to what if. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow from the works of yesterday. If you beg or if you borrow, you may never find your way. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow from the works of yesterday. If you beg or if you borrow, you may never find your way. Live and learn. Yeah, 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 yeah. Live and learn. Yeah, 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 yeah. So as I was saying, how are we all doing today, huh? I'm I'm recovering from a little bit of dental surgery myself. For some of you know, I got my wisdom teeth removed about 2-3 weeks ago. And about a week ago, I noticed a stabbing pain where one of my wisdom teeth was. And it turns out there was a bone spur jutting out from the gums. When the wisdom tooth was removed, the gums receded to close the gap, and the bone spur remained, and it was very sharp. Good lord, is the stream really having that many issues?
I'm pitch perfect. Please don't.
Oh. All right. All right. Come on. Back to it. Yeah. Yeah. I fixed the problem, dumbasses. My Ethernet cable wasn't plugged in. Actually, I can't call you dumbasses when I was the one who forgot to plug in the Ethernet cable, huh? Just refresh. Spam refresh in chat. Everyone should refresh. Then everyone... Nah. Get it fixed. My Ethernet cable. It wasn't plugged in. I was using Wi-Fi. No wonder. Fuck, I hope my song sounded okay. I put effort into that. I know I'm not a good singer, but come on, man. Oh, God. Okay, let's focus. Can we fucking focus? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Always keeping me distracted. Honestly, the degeneracy on display here. So, as I was saying, my little story, got my wisdom teeth removed, and I noticed a sharp pain in my bottom right gum. And, oh, God. And, the gums receding to fill the hole where my wisdom tooth once was, revealed a bone spur. A very sharp one. Juts against the base of my tongue. Every time I talked, it was like a shard of glass scraping against the base of my tongue. It was incredibly painful. So, yesterday, I fly down to Los Angeles, 7 a.m. flight. I get down there. I have an appointment on the same day with my dentist. This is a Beverly Hills dentist, okay? Really reputable guy. Served celebrities. I'm very fortunate. Anyway, I go in there. He's giving me a fucking look right here in my mouth. I'm like, so what is it, doc? Do I die? Do you remove the jawbone? What's going on? What the fuck's going on? And he's like, all right, just hold on for a second, bro. And he gestures at the nurse, and the nurse goes around to the other side of the table. So he's now on my right side, and she's on my left side, and she gently places both of her hands down on my arm. I'm like, is everything okay? And he procures a scalpel, and he says, just hold on a second, in a thick Iranian accent. And he puts the scalpel into my mouth. And, boy, did this hurt. Boy, this fucking hurt. For a second, I couldn't feel anything. And then, fucking shooting pain. Unbelievably fucking painful. I feel blood, like, splashing inside of my mouth. And I feel like the scraping of metal against bone. And my mouth's open. I'm pinned down. I can't do much. All I can really go is go, ow. Ow, ow, and I'm giving him like a fucking glare, and he's like, no, don't worry, one moment. And after like 30 seconds of this, he pulls back the scalpel covered in blood, his hands covered in blood, my mouth full of blood, and he said, okay, now run tongue over the bone spur. And I did. The fucker had just cut it down to a blunt edge. This had never occurred to me. It had never occurred to me that this was a solution. Just went right, just razor sharp scalpel, just cut bone. Bone. This wasn't a tooth. It was bone. Just cut it. And you know what? God bless the guy. I feel a lot better. My gums hurt like shit, let me tell you. Because, he had to like cut into them to dent the bone, or to like shave the bone down. So that hurts. But now when I talk, My tongue rubs against a smooth, flat base of bone rather than a sharp, pointy bit of bone. Yeah, so I would say that that happened, and I'm alive, and I have to deal with the consequences of that. Wasn't even a surgery appointment. Fucker did it in consultation. I got to fly back the next day. And you know what? If it weren't for his barbaric solution to my problem, I wouldn't be able to stream today. I would still be in Beverly Hills. That had never occurred to me as a solution. Not in my life would I thought of that. Not in a million years. I thought he would have to remove it or put in some kind of dental wax or something. Fuck. Really quick. Joseph C., thank you so much for the $2. And, Ferlado with the 7 entire bucks. I'm pitch perfect. Please don't do that again. I'm thinking that might actually be the opening sort of motif of all of my streams, that I open by singing over a song. I love you, buddy. I'm sorry. And Jonesy Jones, the $2 are now sopping wet. Please sing my new album happily, okay? But I incur a high fee. Let's not waste any more time. Oh boy, because you know what? As barbaric as that dental procedure was, can we think of something that happened over the past 24 hours that might have been a little bit more barbarous? Does anyone have any ideas? Can anyone think of something? Are we ready? Oh man. Please, you guys have to understand. All this shit wait, is my shit looking good? Get chat in there. There you go. There you guys go. Be free. Listen, you guys have to understand, okay? Fucking politics, I don't fucking care. Sex, I don't fucking care. Fuck all that. Stupid shit. Here's what I love. Media critique. Tori, thanks for the 2 New Zealand buckaroo dues, my friend. I really appreciate it. Oh, don't worry. We're going to have a nuanced take on this. Oh, man. Media critique is my fucking life. If you guys would set me up for it, I would literally spend all day, every day, just watching anime, fucking reading manga, looking at porn, giving my shit on it. My blessed friends. On this beautiful day, there's finally enough fucking critical interest of something that I get to participate in the conversation. Please, with me. Wait. Huh?
Before you get too deep, the chat is on screen and it blocks Sonic.
Yeah, maybe I'll take the chat away for that.
Yeah, I don't know if you care.
Get the fuck out of there. All right, hold on. Okay, first we have to watch this with no interruptions. No interrupting. What the?
Gotta go fast.
Minutes ago, an energy surge knocked out power across the entire Pacific Northwest. This needs someone who can figure out exactly what we're dealing with.
You're not suggesting who I think you're suggesting.
We have no choice.
What the? Are you in charge here?
Yes, I am.
Nope!
I'm wrong. I'm in charge.
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy based on level of critical importance, the disparity between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Listen, pal, I don't know if you realize
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny.
Nobody cares. SFPD!
Meow? Oh, come on. Okay, pal, I want answers. Basically, it looks like I'm gonna have to save your planet. Oh, is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
Whatever this creature is, our job is to secure it
Neutralize it. See what makes it tick.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps today.
Stay in there and be quiet.
How much longer? I can't breathe in here.
Do you have your child in that bag?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine.
It's not your child.
Smells like body spray in an old ham sandwich.
I'll say this: I could not possibly be more delighted with the timeline that we have found ourselves in. I'm going to do all of you a service. I'm going to do this precisely once. Jonesy Joan with the $5, feeling my pain. Listen to me, and listen good. Yeah, boy. I can't do it if you're fucking egging me on and God damn it. Okay, quick straw poll. Restart or abandon? Restart or abandon? I gotta not look at chat. Listen, this is democracy, okay? You don't like it, don't participate. Alright, we're doing this hot and fast, boys. Restart. I'm seeing a lot of restart. Okay. Okay. Yeah, boy. What was that, 41? I've gotten it up to 53 seconds before, okay? Listen, I'm a little... Yeah, alright, yeah? You want to do better? Fly up to Northern California, okay? You can take the fucking mic. Piece of shit. Dumbass motherfuckers. You take it. Aiden Heron, thank you so much for the $2. Ciancius, please do become a patron. Thanks for the $2 reduce. Sonic got Gangster's Paradise, but not JoJo Part 5. That is a real fucking shame. Listen, my friends, we're not here to fuck around, okay? I'm engaging in a critical analysis of the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, okay? Because I'm going to come through hard, all right? This trailer is an objective good. In the bleak, myopic, destitute, cultural landscape that we find ourselves in, where the vast majority of media franchises are based on the fucking boardroom calculation of optimal nostalgia maximization from 20 years ago. This is, by the way, am I actually seeing fucking Fucking rap critic down in the chat down there. Hello, rap critic. What's up? This is an objective good. Okay? We need to go over this. Listen, first, the dialectic. All right? Why the dialectic? All right. We have in our cultural landscape an agitation. Okay? We have at once a desire to modernize the properties and the franchises which brought us joy in our childhood years. And we have at once the desire to see these properties remain unsullied, untouched, undefiled by the sands of time. So what's a sort of an analogous, comparable instance here? The obvious one is Detective Pikachu, okay? And we can look at Detective look at that. If you look at Detective Pikachu right now, the first article that comes up is an Entertainment Weekly video on the similarities between the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer and the Detective Pikachu trailer. Mostly, mind you, because both of them have horrifically rendered realistic fur, which makes them look awful in comparison to their cartoony aspects, okay? So listen. We have a dialectic, all right? We have agitation that we have to address. How do we at once modernize these properties while simultaneously preserving the elements that made them so beloved in childhood, okay? Now, Sonic is dead from a video game perspective. If you think that Sonic is anything other than the rotting husk of an IP, you're a fucking idiot, and I never want to spend time with you, okay? Sonic is dead. Not only is Sonic dead, but if you dig up the contents of Sonic's corpse, you will find that it is biologically more similar to the... there is a greater preponderance of fucking DNA from urine of all of the people that have pissed on that fucking gravestone than there is from the original Sonic, okay? I don't give a fuck about Sonic Mania. It was made by a fan team that was propelled into officiality by Sega. I don't give a fuck, okay? Sonic Team is dead. Sega is dead. If you disagree, you're wrong. Okay, so why do we start from Sonic Forces? Do you actually think Sonic Forces was a good fucking... Okay, no, shut up. I'm not getting into this. Okay. Listen. It's dead. All right? Sonic's dead. We make a movie. What directions can we take in this movie? Okay? Let's think. Let's think for a second. What directions can we take in this movie? What audiences are we looking to get in this movie? Okay? This is a very fucking important question. All right? Paint stream. Let's go. All right. So let's see. Okay. What kind of movie are we going for here? Are we going for a 2D animated movie? Are we going for a 3D animated movie? Or are we going for a live action movie? Excepting, of course, Sonic. Obviously, Sonic's not going to be live action, but the humans will be. Now, canonically, in the Sonic universe... Canonically, in the Sonic universe, and this is horrific, okay? This is abominable. This is an affront to God. Canonically, in the Sonic universe, there are human beings. Look at this Final Fantasy shit. Everyone remembers Sonic 06, right? The fucking abomination that was. Real human beings exist in the Sonic universe, okay? Do you know why in the Mario universe the majority of people are fucking weird-ass mushroom people and little dickheads and turtles? It's because when you don't have that, you get the fucking weird dissonant unreality that exists in New Donk City. That's a song where you have fucking Mario, whose canonical height is like 5'8" or something, walking around realistically proportioned human beings, okay? Now, admittedly, Sonic Odyssey, fun game, weird, right? Okay, yeah, New Donk City was cool, don't get me wrong. They played it off well, because unlike the Sonic team, Mario knows how to handle art style dissonance, okay? But, horrifically, the Sonic universe has humans It has real humans. It has a government. We all remember fucking Shadow... Oh, bless me. This is the reality in which Sonic exists. Mario does not have games that look like this. This is an official trailer done by the Sonic team. Never in my life have I seen a more picture-perfect, a flawless invocation of the concept of art-style dissonance. Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is the world that we exist within, okay? The Sonic team has, in their infinite wisdom, decided that Sonic exists next to... Okay, so here's Sonic, all right? Let's... Wait, okay. Okay, we're gonna draw Sonic with our mouse, okay? Uh-huh.
This is the best stream you've ever done, and I need you to know that.
I'm glad you appreciate it.
I want more media critique.
Okay, this is Sonic, okay? All right, not bad for a paint drawing. Okay. So this is Sonic, okay? This is what Sonic looks like. We got him. Okay? And for some reason, Sonic Team makes this creature coexist with very serious people like me. Okay. So we've confirmed now that this is the reality that we exist within, okay? So Sonic Team has already backed themselves into an impossible corner, okay? There is no way to reconcile the artistic design that they have gone for in this universe, okay? So let's look at the options, okay? 2D would have been the best way to create a harmonious design. This is the reason why everyone fucking loved the Sonic Mania trailer. Look at this shit. Look at this not 3D. Fuck, I missed it. What did you say? God damn it. Dr. Eggman looks too skinny. Isn't he supposed to be fat? Ciancius, I think that in his original design, he was actually supposed to be skinny. I'm not entirely sure, though. Variant, thank you for the $2. Ciancius, again with the buckaroo-doo. Never actually played Sonic 06. Aiden here with the $2. Shadow is way cringier than I remember. Shadow is fucking amazing. Antifa Super Soldier, okay? Tori, I'm glad you like the art. And Svo with the Vosh the Hedgehog OC, please don't steal. I will draw a fucking Vosh the Hedgehog. Ciancius, check out the message I sent you in Discord. Someone recorded you. Really cool audio file. I think you like. Oh, interesting. I'll take that a look, okay? But not during stream. Listen. Give me the fucking... Where's the 2D? Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. No, quit this shit. Look at that. Look. Wow. Listen, this is where this is where Sonic looks the best, okay? This is why everyone has positive memories from the fucking from the original games, right? Okay, look at this. Look at the shit that's going on in these worlds. You've got cities in the background, but everything is like this frenetic, fucking disparate, color, disjointed, arcadey feel with the coins and the bleep bloops and obstacles that make no sense in the context of the world, moving and hovering platforms. This isn't like Donkey Kong Country, where there's a very diagenetic feel with all the obstacles in the way. It all feels like it would take part of like an actual jungle. This Sonic is very arbitrary, okay? So it seemed to me that if you were going to make a movie about Sonic the Hedgehog and for it to be beloved, regarded as a critical classic, to breathe new life into the franchise, to make fucking kids look at that and going, wow, cool, I want to be fast. If that's what you want, if that's what you're looking for, then I feel like 2D animation, though admittedly not as popular as it used to be, with audiences. I mean, Princess and the Frog from Disney didn't do that well. Not comparatively at least. But I feel like this would have been the way to go if the goal of Sega and Sonic Team was to make a beloved cult hit that would reinvigorate the franchise and bring a new audience on board, okay? And then we have the 3D, okay? We could make like the 3D kids movie, okay? This could be like fucking what's a movie? Ralph Rex the Internet, okay? It could be like some dumbass shit like this. Oh my god, there's even Sonic in. I forgot about that. Wait. Best memorable moments, but this is an hour and 37 minutes long. Is this just the entire movie? Can you do this? There's no way this didn't get demonetized. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. Look, Sonic's even... Look, they even agree with me. Sonic looks pretty okay in this. Where's Sonic? Here, Wreck It Ralph Sonic. Okay, look at this. Sonic explains Wi-Fi. We ready to learn about fucking Wi-Fi? Nope. Oh, there's little Sonic down there. Look at him. Look at this little precocious little doughboy. Oh.
And Wi-Fi, it's actually pronounced Wi-Fi, Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And Wi-Fi is the internet, which is an online community where human beings go to shop and play games and socialize.
Ooh, fun!
Oh, no, it is not.
Look, if they wanted to do like a cutesy like 90-minute 3D kids animated movie about like Sonic in the virtual world fighting with Tails and Knuckles and in Shadow, and they do Eggman, and it's just like, and it's all in the context of the universe, and the humans look 3D, but the 3D humans look kind of like this bitch, the Halo bitch, this one with a giant tit plate. Okay, I'd be fine with that. I'm here for that reality. Okay, Sonic can be like a little blue. He'll be fucking 3 feet tall, and he'll be super fast, and it'll be like kind of like cutesy. And there'd be rings, and he'd pick it up. And he boop, and he puts his head through it. I don't fucking know, okay? It'd be good. All right? This was a path that could have been taken, all right? It probably wouldn't have been as memorable as a 2D iteration because I feel like Sonic and his expressiveness and sort of like his jaunty, cool boy 1990s couldn't give a fuck attitude comes across best here. But if they wanted to go for something that would basically be a guaranteed success, they should have gone for the 3D iteration, okay? If they stuck to the books and made a consistent and brought on a competent director and made fucking 3D Sonic, that would have worked, okay? It wouldn't have been that memorable, but it probably would have made profit at the box office. And then you have live action Sonic. And as is the trend with live action fucking movies with cartoon characters, they have to do the awful thing, the monstrous thing, where they hyper render Gone are the connected. Hey, you know what we could have done in a 2D or 3D animated kids movie? We could have had the connected eye thing. He could have had the long nose. He wouldn't have these awful teeth. He could have had big gloves instead of this weird he looks like you know what he looks like. We all know what he looks like. We all know what he looks like. Oh, God. Now, mind you, it's not impossible to do a live-action movie that has a more traditional 3D animated Sonic, like down here in the bottom left. Or we could even go... Whoa, don't click buttons without my permission, fucking cunt.
All right.
Or we could do fucking... Or we could do some of this shit.
What the hell is wrong with that take? Nothing with you, baby Herman. You were great. You were perfect. You were better than perfect. Just Roger. He keeps blowing his lines. Roger, what's this? A tweeting bird? Tweeting bird? Roger, read the script.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a cult hit for a good reason. It's a really fucking good movie. Not only did it pioneer a style of animation that previous barely used, since barely used. Like they were how does one say inventive with their style. But not only did they do it, they leaned into it. Like, just to appreciate the animation here, okay? Because we can do that. We're all fucking auteurs here. Look at this shit. Look at the shadows. Look at the shadows move. Even the shadows, the little birds. See? The hand rendered every single frame. They went over the original film print with an ink wash brush, and they painted on the shadows from all of the cartoon characters. All of this shit. The way they react to the lighting, the way they move in response to the scene. This shit is a lot of work. In fact, there's a term in the film industry called knocking the lamp. Bumping the lamp. Look. Okay? This is worth looking at. Okay? Look at this. Okay, this is shit quality, but look at this. This is important, okay? Listen, understand that every single frame, this is 24 frames per second, of the film was drawn on by professional animators, and shadows were ink washed over it. With that in mind, look at what they do in this scene.
Boy, what is this? Some kind of a secret room?
They deliberately hit the lamp at the top. Look at the shadows interacting with Roger Rabbit. I know the fucking video quality is shit. Look at how he lights up in shadows. Look at how they painted the shadows of him on the wall as it adjusts with the lighting. You know why they did this? They did it because they wanted to test the limits of this animation style. Okay? So I have a lot of respect for the people fucking ballsy enough to go forward with this shit, okay? So maybe we could have gone that. Maybe we could have gotten some crazy fucking, some next level, missed a thing while refreshing. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Maybe we could have gotten some like crazy inventive fucking avant-garde Sonic shit where they took the world by storm. But that is not what we got, okay? We got a Sonic film that is playing to every single negative trope about like cartoon and video game adaptations fucking imaginable.
Look up the Pokemongo commercials and agree with me that style would have been great for the Pokemon movies. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. I'll look them up in just a moment. Before I get to that, let me catch up. All right. Imperialist Control Freaks, thank you very much for the $5. Didn't even offer any words of support. Fine, jeez, be like that. LTS with the $5. I'm going to watch the movie on release day just because of Jim Carrey's performance. Fucking same. I love Jim Carrey. We're going to get to him soon. Hyena with the $5.69. I'm paying you to look at the Pokemon Go commercials and agree this I would have been great for the Pokemon movies. Thank you. I love you. We're going to look at that in a second. Thank you, love. I love you. Big booby. The Crimson Drummer. Your rhetoric and logic made me less centrist and realize things I never really considered about some issues. Would love to pick your brain sometime. Yeah, I mean, I do plan on doing like a bring everyone on to talk to me thing sometime soon. Maybe when my jaw doesn't hurt so fucking much. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Seriously, that's incredibly generous of you. Aiden Hearn with the $2 redos. Damn, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, they put an insane amount of work into it. They didn't even have the benefit of digital animation, no fucking Alt-Z, no undo, and they didn't have the benefit of a bunch of experienced professionals in the industry working in that style.
First time catching you live.
Fine, you
their
read it.
videos.
You read it.
Side note: a Twitter user named Canestra edited Sonic to make him look better. While I highly doubt the writing will be good, they can make Sonic look decent.
Snowick. Okay. Wait, is this a not safe for work Twitter account? Please tell me this is what you were referring to when you donated to me. Please tell me this is what you meant. Oh, God. Let me look through a little more. I don't like that one. I don't like this one at all. God damn. Oh, is it this? Oh, okay. Okay, we've got some real... Whoa! Okay. Man, I have never seen something more evidently drawn by a furry. Oh, God. They're not wrong, though. Listen, I know this is shocking to look at, but if rendered in 3D, this kind of style would look a fuckload better. This is a lot more expressive. Look. Wait, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Look at this. Look at this. Here's Soy Boy Sonic. Look at this. Soy Boy, gone. Expressiveness, back. Now he looks like a fucking furball. Even the hair looks better. Look at, because you've got this painterly texture on the sides and stuff. This looks so much better. It doesn't fix it, mind you. But it's an improvement. Also, the dark eye circles do a lot more to highlight the expressiveness of his big eyeballs, rather than just, look at this. In the regular shot, he actually has like a realistic, like eyelids. Like you can see the little, I forget what the term is, the little pink bit on in the inner lip of the eyelids. Fuck, that's gross. Fuck. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, my friend. I really appreciate it. Halo Nova. Julian Raha with the $5. This trailer reminds me of a cringy mix between the Smurfs movie and Dragon Ball Evolution. Hopefully we get as much entertainment out of this as we did out of either of those movies. LTS, ETA on the card. Should be a few days, comrade. Thank you for the $2. And Aiden here with the $2. We live in the weirdest timeline. Not as weird as the shit we're about to look at. Before I watch this, I do want to see it. Here, wait. Pokemon Go trailer. It's this one, right? This feels right. This is some cute shit. Just because you've got live action elements doesn't mean that you need to go full fucking ham and make all of your furred cartoon characters have realistic fur. Wait, where's the big boy? Wasn't there a big enemy? Oh yeah, Mewtwo, there we go. You can barely see it, but All right, good meme. Okay, the point that I'm getting at is there were a lot of ways the Sonic team could have chosen to approach this particular style dissonance, and they chose what might end up being the greatest train wreck imaginable, okay? So let's go it over again. Let's go it over bit by bit. Whoa! Don't be noisy at me. That's my job. We're gonna need to go bareback for this one. Ugh. Let's do it. Okay? We're doing this bit by bit. Where's my other earbud? We're in Green Hills, okay? Let's take a start. First of all, this movie takes place in the Pacific Northwest. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I interpret this as a challenge, okay? Look, we're in Green Hills. We're in some sort of, what is godforsaken highway where the yellow line is painted over like fucking 60-40 on the lane, so one lane is bigger than the other. A destitute highway, okay? We got a cop hiding behind the sign. As you know, we all hate cops here. It's good praxis to hate cops, okay? Clearly, the system in which this setting opens, the system in which the opening scene of this trailer takes place, this is a system in need of revolutionary change, okay? Are we ready? Are we ready to see the agitative force that is going to break open this dialogue, this dialectic, the antithesis to the thesis of this societal decay? Are you ready? Boom! 760 miles per hour, even though that was not 760 miles an hour. That was just like a fast car. That was like 70 miles an hour. That was seriously fucking pathetic. Look at that. Can we... What is... Did Sonic like break an ankle before he started this? What the fuck was that? Seriously, if you drove a car 60 miles per hour... At that's like they would look like that. Also, does the look at this? Look at this blue streak. I know they call him the blue blur and all of that, but can we think of perhaps a slightly more inventive way of indicating hyperspeed than than using the fucking clone tool on Sonic and just dragging it back? What the fuck am I looking at right now? Look at this. Seriously? Do I need to, like, bring up anime stills of, like, good ways of showing hypermotion? What about, like, cracks in the ground? What about blowback from the wind? What about visual and audible distortion from, like, the Doppler effect and the light equivalent of it? What about there being no stupid, dumbass fucking blue after image, but instead just, like, like, you just see a figure, like 5 frames, just fast enough that the human eye, like just slow enough that the human eye can catch it, a brief pause, and then after maybe a third of a second, the blowback of wind, of trees in the background blowing past, of twigs and rocks and the ground cracking underneath him. That is a way fucking cooler way of showing high-speed shit than just a blue blur. But okay, so he goes by, he takes a light stroll at 40 miles per hour past the cop car. And because Sonic's blue, you see, so cops are, a cop is going to see a person of color go on by and then overestimate the speed at which they're going, right? Anything to give them a ticket, you know? Driving while blue, you know how it be. So the cop gets excited for an opportunity to bust a person who isn't white, and then I don't know anything in the Sonic canon about Sonic having hair that's electric. This is not something with it. Is Sonic Flash now? Does Sonic have the speed force? Does he like crackle with speed energy? I don't fucking know, okay? Okay. Then we got the rings for the background. We got the little noise. That's cute. I like how they're using the same noise from the original game, just with like updated SFX, so we're not using 16-bit like sound graphics. That's cool. Cool. Again, more with the lightning. I've never seen Sonic with lightning before. Maybe because lightning is fast, they thought they would like, oh, we got to show Sonic is fast. What's super fast? Peregrine falcons, when they dive, reach 160 miles an hour. Lightning! Okay. And then we get, oh god. Oh god. Okay. All right. Let's Okay, this is literally like this is like my backyard. I'm not joking. If I go outside right now and I walk for 60 seconds east, I will find myself in a physical setting identical to the one that Sonic is about to run through, okay? Also, have you ever in your life seen a shot that was more obviously just a cameraman running through the woods on a dolly, and then they just sped it up artificially after the fact? Is there no... Could you perhaps add in anything? Any kind of cool motion blur or distortion or effect or blowback to indicate... to indicate that you're moving super fucking fast? But instead, and like, how do we show Sonic moving fast? Okay, take your camera and take the stabilizer, hold it up like this, and just walk through the forest for 5 minutes and arrive at the cave entrance, and we'll speed it up in post. Go, little cameraman, go! Go! And then you make it here, and then we cut into the fucking cave. Okay, so here we... All right, now we examine the interior of the cave. Are we ready? Who's this person? Mark McLeod? I don't want to debate. No, I'm having Sonic time. Okay. Sonic bounces off a red beanbag. Okay, wait. Sonic bounce pad. Deep lore, okay? The bounce pads are red. Convenient? I think maybe. Okay, then we've got a pile of shoes that all look pretty worn down. Reasonable. Okay. Then Sonic has tiny white hands like a little beetle person. Little paws, little raccoon hands. Look at this is unironically fucking Sonic's new design. Just little... God, can you imagine him putting these little up to his giant fucking head? Okay. Okay, so we've got that. He's got an old cassette thingy. How long has Sonic been in this world? I'm serious, because he says later in the trailer that he's here to save the world or whatever, so I assume that he hasn't been here for long. He's also referred to as a child. This suggests to me that that Sonic has not been on Earth for very long, or in this reality, or whatever the fuck stupid shit they're going to justify. So why does he have... What is this, an 8-track? Yeah, why does he have a fucking... Why does he have a cassette player, a cassette tape player, with a boombox? I get, like, they're trying to show he scavenged this stuff, but guys, it's fucking 2019, okay? You can scavenge, like, MP3 players. It just seems like a really stupid way of showing that he salvaged shit, you know? Like, you might as well, like, oh, yeah, he got all of his shit out of the trash. You see his tiny raccoon hands maneuvering to the gramophone. He places the record on the tray, the needle. Okay. The 80s, bro? I don't think this movie takes place in the 80s. Maybe I'm wrong. We can look forward. Look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, now we have, unironically, the best song they could have chosen for this fucking movie. I'm not joking. Them putting in Gangster's Paradise. Listen, they had the fucking the executives meeting at the glass table, and they're all just, what if we can license a song? There are a number of modern pop singers that might be willing to have their brand associated with the lead executive. Stands up. In the process of him standing up, his massive erection slams against the underside of the table and rocks it for everyone there. He unbuttons his belt and flops out an 18-inch fucking dribbling pre-cum. Gangster's Paradise, he says. We're doing Gangster's Paradise because Sonic's the fucking gangster. Tears stream down his eyes. And so it fucking was. Gotta go fast. Unquestionably, the best musical choice they could have made. I'm not joking. Okay, we have to focus on other things. Okay, so Sonic looks like a fucking monster. Sonic looks like... Okay, like, wait, like, seriously. Look at these proportions. Sonic's body... Let's remind ourselves... Oh, not the movie. The fucking character. Let's remind ourselves of what Sonic's proportions are like canonically in the games, okay? Sonic is a fucking cartoon character. His body is a round little ball. He has a big head poof. He's got 2 long stick legs that abridge into gigantic shoes, okay? So if we're gonna do this awful fucking hyper-real 3D rendered shit, we have to make the proportions a little bit more realistic. But did you literally have to make it look like it was just a small child standing in the middle of the road and he's wearing like a bad, like, Dragon Ball Z headpiece? Like a fucking Native American headwig feather thing that goes all the way back down to his ass crack. This literally just looks like a small child with a big headpiece on. Like they painted a kid blue. This doesn't even look CG. Why did they have to give him these perfectly symmetrical, stupid fucking hair spikes? Listen, like, look at this. Look, guys, it works in abstraction. It doesn't work in reality. Holy shit. Holy shit. Can you, like, wait, what's a fucking character? Hold on. Kirito? The worst black swordsman? No, we gotta go for a stupider. I'm trying to... Listen, okay, hot tip, alright? If you're... Maybe Spike is a good example. Nah, fuck it. Okay, listen, maybe I'm shit with this. Listen, if you were going to do a live action hide targeted message, yeah, sure. If you were going to do a live action adaptation of whoever the fuck this guy is, do you think that you should, like, get a regular dude but then meticulously craft a wig to have these perfectly shaped points? Or do you think that maybe this is a 2D abstract interpretation of a person with wily spiky hair? Okay? Do you think that just maybe we should engage in some fucking synthesis between the necessities of abstracted design and the practicality of fucking god-awful, ugly 3D modern individual hair rendered graphics? Look at this! Look at this! You can see the individual hairs. It literally looks like he has a fucking backwards pompadour, and then he used hairspray to shape it into fucking 7 little hair daggers, and then he has some little ridgelets going down his back, and then when he shits, he has to constantly wipe shit off this little bottom spike right here. This is so bad! This is so bad! Holy shit! This looks like a joke! This looks like... Find me the difference. Find me the difference. Find me the difference. You can't do it, can you? You can't do it. It's identical. God almighty. This is a really bad design for so many reasons. And I can explain them all fucking mathematically to you idiots. You're not dumb. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be mean to you. But I'm pretty hyped up. Okay? Look at this. Okay? Let me show you a good design. Okay? Watch this. We're roughing it this time. Okay, why does this design work? And then we'll give him the stupid fucking... Why does this design work? Well, to put it very... Here, I'll complete it, okay? Okay, why the fuck does this design work? The reason this design works is because there is a physical weight balance between his giant fucking head and this. Okay? Do you see? Do you see how this is important? Okay? We can take a look. We can do it again. Look, we're doing it again. Okay? Okay, watch this. Yeah, I'll try a little harder than that. Can somebody explain to me, can the fucking bright boy in the class please explain to me why this design... and don't forget the fucking back spikes that go all the way down to the ass. Can somebody explain to me why this design is better than this design? The reason for this is because there is a weight balance between his giant cartoon fucking kid with cancer head and his giant gloves and boots. But if you take out the giant gloves and boots, you get this awful fucking imbalance where his hair is as wide as his shoulders and his head is nearly as wide as his hair, and he has hair down to his asshole, and he's got tiny little legs and human proportioned arms. It's awful. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Jesus Christ, why? The right one is better? Okay, well, that's because I'm a good artist, and I learn with every drawing. So from this drawing to this drawing, I got better, okay? But the point remains the same, okay? This is an unbelievably fucking awful update of the design. I can't not in a million years could I conceive of a worse way, okay? And that's why this movie is going to be amazing, okay? Watch for the bomb fucking critical drop at the end, all right? Let's keep it going. The comedy of his design emphasized by these stretching poses. Does he look like he's stretching here? Does this look like something an athletic, limber, extremely agile creature capable of breaking the sound barrier? Does that look like what this thing does? What he's doing? He just does a little. Oh, my head's so big. And then he just takes off at Mach 8.
Gotta go fast.
Okay. Okay. He does not look very aerodynamic. Fucking no, he doesn't. Hold on. I gotta get this. We live in the weirdest timeline. Aiden here, and I love you. Harryman222 with the $5. First, need to take over animation to save these movies. Look, I don't want to see Sonic fucking either, okay? Thank you so much for the $5. Ruth Power with the €2. My new favorite YouTuber, Hello from Ireland. Hello. Good luck with the fucking Brexit riots you're going to get at your northern border. Thank you very much for the €2. The $2. Jordan Faye, what the fuck is happening here? Check out LTMB, Vosh, please. The fuck is LTMB? What is this? A band? I don't know what the fuck this is, and I don't care. Thank you very much for the donation. Have you played/seen the Sonic Dreams collection? No and no. Thank you for the $2. Johnny Storms with the $2. Penny for your thoughts. I'm giving them, and I'm getting paid quite a bit more than a penny to do so. Aiden here and with the Boomers nostalgia? Yeah, probably. The Crimson Drummer with the $5. Never have I laughed so hard at the description of a man whipping out his penis. Look, I literally describe somebody whipping out their penis like 8 times a stream, okay? And Jim D with the $1. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your support. Sorry, I'm feeling a little frenetic today, and also my jaw hurts like shit. Let's keep it going, yeah? Let's keep the fuck going. All right. So now we get to see his awful fucking texturing up close with his abominable fucking like fake fur coat textured hair, his big eyes and the little waterline around them. Papa Lennon heard a rumor that we were debating tonight, Vosh? I never approved such a rumor. Thank you for the $2 Canadian, but I'm not debating anyone. My jaw hurts like fuck. It's all I can do to fucking do this. And Skono Skyoto with the $1. Thank you very much. So we get this, and then we get this fucking realistically textured little fucking dog nose thing. And he's got lips. God almighty, he's got lips. Oh, God. And they made the fur on his face. They made it flesh-colored. I guess it's flesh-colored in the original, too. But when I saw Sonic's original design, I never really interpreted this as, like, as fur. I thought it was skin. But I guess it's just flesh-colored fur? Or maybe these are a bunch of, like, white Priscilla hairs, or Priscilli, or whatever the fuck the little mini hairs you get are called, over the flesh? I don't know. Flesh-colored? Yeah, hyena. This is flesh-colored. You know what else is flesh-colored? This is also flesh-colored, you fucking reverse racist. Do you think when I say flesh-colored, when I'm looking at something that would match the color profile of a Caucasian person, that I am implying that flesh-colored means only white people? Or perhaps I am talking about the range of skin tones that humans typically find themselves within? You fucking libcuck piece of you fucking purity tester. Get the fuck out of my chat. Alright, let's keep going. We're 30 seconds into the trailer. Oh, the oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Just fuck me up, Sonic Team. Oh, yeah. Oh, Christ, I'm gonna fucking nut. Ooh. Oh, go off, King. Oh, yeah. Oh, just give it to me. Oh, give me the smirk in the fucking eye. He's not doing the eyebrow shit. I still count it. Fuck it. It's evoking. Same energy. Boom. And then we get the awful fucking blue blur little whoosh fucking visual effect.
20 minutes ago.
He's proportioned like that because it's an actor in a suit. Well, they sure didn't make the best use of that fucking mocap then, did they, W. West? Thank you for the $5. Also, what an awful fucking sonic boom. No, let me capture that. What the fuck is this? This is not what a sonic boom looks like. A perfectly spherical... Okay, I understand this is nitpicking, but this is personal to me, okay? Because I jerk off a lot, okay? And whenever I jerk off, we're talking like 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of edging, okay? We're talking about to the point where my balls have basically fucking retracted out from my scrotum and have begun to enter that big vein at the base of the shaft, you know? Look, okay? When I've been edging for a while, okay? We don't have this, okay? We have... And there's the empty scrotum, okay? That's what we've got, okay? So when I'm getting ready to blast one, okay? My loads off... Nothing that I'm talking about. It's what? It's TOS to talk about nutting? So anyway, my loads often break the speed of sound, okay? So... It's not TOS. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Jesus Christ. So anyway, I can assure you from personal experience that breaking the sound barrier does not lead to a perfectly fucking in all directions circular spherical blast of wind and energy that blasts air everywhere. Okay? This is not how it goes, all right? There's usually some kind of directional force, okay? It's not this with fucking boom, and here's the epicenter, okay? It's like this. And then there's like the forward shockwave of the air compressing. It's just, it's dumb. This sounds so nitpicky, but like, your character is literally the fast boy. What the fuck you... And then he's so fast all the power in the US gets shut down, even though he was in the middle of like an empty road or something?
Please don't stop now. I'd like to hear more about this sonic nut you bust.
Giovanni, thank you so much for the $5, my friend. Listen, I'll describe it more in my Patreon only uploads, okay?
20 minutes ago, an energy surge knocked out power across the entire...
Okay, then we've got the cheapest fucking Pentagon interior set I've ever seen in my life. Listen, I will admit I have never been in the Pentagon. I'm reasonably confident that national security defense meetings don't take place in a boardroom that can fit 9 people maximum. 10 people if you've got somebody on the other side. Now, this is a nice looking room. Don't get me... Okay, you know what? This is dumb nitpicking. I don't really care.
Knocked out power across the entire Pacific Northwest.
Apparently, Sonic going fast knocked down power across the entire Pacific Northwest, but it very clearly showed in the trailer prior, or in the sequence prior, he teleported, he didn't go fast. LTS, don't you fucking lie to me. You can clearly see right up here him still going after he passes the sound barrier. He didn't teleport, he just went fast. LTS, you need to stop spamming in chat. I see every message. You can just do the one. All right, look at this. See that? Do you see this part that just went out? Look at this. Look, what is that? Was that fucking Texas? And part of Central America? That is not the Pacific Northwest. What is this? This is fucking Texas.
20 minutes ago, an energy surge knocked out power across the entire Pacific Northwest.
And Texas and part of Central America. Oh, that's Cuba? Whatever. Fucking... This is the... I'm about to die on the stupidest hill. Okay? Listen, okay? You've got North America, you've got South America. Cuba's between the two, okay? It's Central America. Fuck off. Okay.
This needs someone who can figure out
Okay, so we've got some sort of military camp set up in the Pacific Northwest. Hold on, I'm thirsty as fuck. We need water. I'm shouting a lot. Okay. God almighty. Okay, so we've got some kind of weird military outpost that's been set up in the Pacific Northwest, and they call in, like, the expert to bring in. And the expert is, of course, Dr. Eggman, okay? So Dr. Eggman comes in, and he's got this cool fucking sleek-ass Batman, Dark Knight, matte black fucking death truck.
Exactly what we're dealing with.
You're not suggesting...
With an eyeball on the front. Look up Sonic render from Smash Ultimate. I've played Smash Ultimate. I mean, yeah, this is probably like the most modern 3D iteration of Sonic, right? I mean, it looks good. Thanks for the $2, Sam Kane. So, he's got an eyeball in his truck. That's cool.
Who I think you're suggesting.
Okay, he's got the fancy fucking thingies.
We have no choice.
What the...
And we are introduced for the first time to Dr. Robotnik. Okay? Let's take a look at the fucking lore, okay? Oh, of course, we'd only get the fucking movie shit. Okay? So, most people know Dr. Robotnik as being this giant weird fat dude, okay? But hold on. But if I recall correctly, this has not always been the case, okay? There are designs of Dr. Robotnik that have had him be more muscular and militaristic, like this one in fucking Sonic Boom. In 06, he was just looked like a regular fat dude instead of a literal fucking sphere. He's got, and then of course, we have the best iteration. The top right too. Oh god, hold on. Wait, fuck, what was that Sonic TV show? Heroes born, a throne of waste, a sea of warns of a deadly fate. Give up your children, separate, bide your time, hide and wait. Sonic Underground. This is worth showing everyone watching. Oh, God. Underground was the fucking sexual awakening for a lot of kids growing up in the early 90s and late 80s, okay? Spoop Dog, thank you so much for the $2. Happy to provide, my friend. Okay, so the so the point that I'm getting, I can't do it. Oh God. So the point that I'm trying to get at, okay, is that Dr. Robotnik has seen a lot of designs over the years. The fact that he's not like fucking a huge obese dude or whatever, I don't care, okay? Listen, Jim Carrey is unironically a national treasure. Didn't he do some sick shit lately anyway? If I just type woke, that's not what I... What did he do? He did something. That's my email. Fuck off. I don't care. This is boring. I don't care. Didn't he do something? Alright, whatever. I don't care. He probably did something good recently. Whatever the case is, I love this. I love his fucking weird military haircut. I love his little pointy mustache. Okay, listen. Jim Carrey... Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. He started Twitter beef with Mussolini's granddaughter. That's right. That's right. This is where fascism gets you, and he posted the corpses of Mussolini and his mistress. Okay, so, anyway, okay. I love his hair. I love the mustache. I love his big ears. I love his big expressive face. He's a good boy. I love him, and he's a great boy, and he's a national treasure, and he must be defended, okay? With that being said...
Are you in charge here? Yes, I am.
No.
Look at this facial expression. Can any human being on Earth pull off this cartoonish of a facial expression except for Jim Carrey? Please. Please, somebody tell me. Look at this man's face. He looks like a fucking cartoon character. Like, I'm not joking. This could be like a cartoon panel, like of somebody making this face, and then someone's like, I'm going to make it look like a real person. And then they do a render, and it looks like this. And it looks like this awful shit, this internet trend that was big for a while, where you try to realistically render the textures of cartoon characters. It like this, okay? Like he's such a fucking cartoon of a human being. Okay, but unfortunately, Jim Carrey has to work with the lines they give him, okay?
I'm wrong. I'm in charge.
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy based on level of critical importance, the disparity between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The dialogue here is a little bit cringy. I think Jim Carrey is doing the literal best that he can. Let's go over it again, okay?
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy based on...
Whoa! Did I just see that? Did they just start the dialogue before his mouth moved? Hold on. Look at this. Look at his mouth.
In a sequentially ranked hierarchy...
Oh my God!
I'm in charge.
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy...
Oh no! Oh no, Jim Carrey. Well, not Jim Carrey, but the fucking people who did this shit.
In a sequentially...
Nah, his throat moves? You really think so? It looks to me like he's he's moving his jaw and is about to speak. No,
In a
No. I don't think so. I think that's an error. His underjaw barely bobs.
In a
No, in a sequ... You really think he said in a sequ... with no lip movement? Are you fucking joking me? There's no way. Am I wrong here? I'm looking at the throat, you fucking troglodytes!
In a sequential...
No! You can't see that. In a You can't... It's not like peanut butter and jelly. You can't do that without moving your lips. He's enunciating here.
In a sequentially...
Nope. I'm calling it. That's a fuck up. There's a disjoint there of at least 1/10 of a second. Okay. His lips are under the mustache. Don't you fucking ever talk to me about how lips work under a mustache. I have had a mustache longer than you have known how to shit inside a cylindrical object without hitting it against the fucking walls, okay? I know what mustaches look like, and I know what lips look like. Do not ever fucking suggest to me that I am misinterpreting the potential of movement of an upper lip under a mustache, okay? I literally fucking edit videos where I talk to a webcam, okay? Do not talk to me.
Hierarchy based on level of critical importance. The disparity.
Quarter speed, you're right. We're not done here. This is more important than anything else I could be doing right now.
In a sequentially ranked.
Fuck, that's so close.
In a sequential.
Nope, it looks like he starts moving his lips at quenchily. Look.
Sequentially.
See, that's when his lower lip moves. See, listen, look at that. Look at that. He said in. Listen. Look, in. Look, there's no movement. Look, there's no movement.
In a sequentially ranked.
Yeah, look, he's talking with his mouth wide the fuck open right here, but in the side shot, he somehow says in without his lips moving a fucking atom. Nope, I'm calling it. In. No, you have to move your tongue to the roof of your mouth. In, and he enunciates. It's Jim Carrey. He's not gonna like, in the sequentially ordered hierarchy. He's not gonna fucking ventriloquist this shit. It's Jim Carrey. You have to touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth to make the in noise, unless you're doing some next level shit. In. That should mean his lower lip moves. Can we move on? Fuck all of you.
Hierarchy.
Okay, back to Jim Carrey.
Based on level of critical importance, the disparity between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Okay, I think that Jim Carrey and whoever the fuck this guy is with the clean beard, I think both of them actually deliver their lines extremely well. Okay, can we focus on the broader picture here?
Allow me to clarify. In a sequentially ranked hierarchy based on level of critical importance, the disparity between us is too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Okay, those two nailed their lines. The doctor thinks you're basic. No, he did it way better than me. Fuck. The doctor thinks you're basic. Fuck, how did he do it? Man, I could never be an actor.
The doctor thinks you're basic.
It's really good, okay? The delivery, really good. The acting on this fucking Arnie, I don't know, Hat Man, not nearly as good.
Allow me to clarify.
Look at this. This is like a fucking cartoon. Look at him.
Sequentially ranked hierarchy.
Look at him overact.
The disparity between us.
He's looking past my shoulder. What's back there? I don't see anything. I am being made the fool of. The Crimson Drummer with $5. I hate Jim Carrey so much. He's in my favorite movie of all time. Why do you hate Jim Carrey? Okay. The Eternal Spotlight. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the $5, my friend. I really appreciate it.
Too vast to quantify. Agent Stone?
The doctor thinks you're basic.
Okay, line delivery in those two, good. Acting in the Army Colonel, he's overacting here.
Listen, pal, I don't know if you realize
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny.
Nobody cares.
See, I hate overacting. Our brain hurts a lot. Thank you very much for the 20 pesos, friend.
I don't know if you realize
I'm sorry, Major. What was your name?
Benny.
Nobody cares.
Show you're irritated that he's clearly disrespecting you. What if I have a face spasm?
Sorry,
Would that?
Major. What was your name? Benny. Nobody cares.
Yeah. There we go. That's.
Nobody cares.
Yeah. One more time. Fuck. Keep.
Cares.
Yeah. Okay. They told him to do that. How is he acting bad? No, directors don't tell actors, hey, now make this facial expression. They say, like, convey this emotion or get it across in this way. Unless you're suggesting that there's, like, a tyrannical dictator at work here. I don't fucking know. Can we focus?
SFU
Okay, SFPD. So first of all, we got a cop again in the shot. This is a problem. Pump up the volume. Pump up the jams. Okay, he's got a... Oh, that's right, because it's not a handgun, it's a tranquilizer. I was thinking, this is like the biggest fucking handgun I've ever seen in my fucking life. Holy shit. Is this like a cop arm, like a fucking deagle or something? Jesus Christ. This thing is like the length of his forearm. But it's not a fucking gun. It's a tranquilizer. Well, it's a gun, but it's a tranquilizer gun. Why does a cop have a tranquilizer gun? If the cop saw Sonic blaze past his car, all he knows that there's some incredibly fast thing that ran past him. Why would he assume it's something that could be handled with a tranquilizer? There's probably some info in the movie that clears this up. Okay. All right. So I like this, okay? So he busts in here after finding Sonic somehow. Yeah, no probable cause to enter this house. Then he shines the flashlight on the Sonic, who's already perfectly well lit by the light cascading from outside. And then he gets the light on him, which reveals nothing. He was never in the darkness. We get the soy boy face. Sonic waiting for, I don't know, Tyrone to fuck his wife and then like have him clean up. And then
meow.
The thing is, by the way, I don't think that like the voice actor for Sonic is doing a bad job at all here. This is a line that he was given. I'm not disparaging the actor or anything, but the mix of the line with like Sonic's look, okay. And then we get everyone's favorite. It's done every fucking movie that's aimed at kids, every single one, where two people meet each other and they're both surprised. They stare at each other in silence. Then the first one yells, and then the second one, who was previously calm, yells too, even though Sonic has the light on him. Meow, gives a shit-eating grin and a shrug, and then, even though he already saw the gun pointed at him before doing that, waits to start yelling. God, I fucking hate this. Oh, I hate it. This is the worst fucking trope. This is the worst fucking trope. This is as bad. Oh, God. This is as bad as the trope where it's in the 3D animated kids movies where the main character has some sort of funny, humorous, like, crash where they go flying in the air and then it goes in slow-mo and you see their mouth as they fly and then they hit the ground in some comedic way, okay? Ugh. I really hate The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, The Emperor's New Groove did it, but at least in The Emperor's New Groove, one of them was a fucking llama and the llama didn't. Well, no, the llama did initially wisecrack. Kuzco did initially wisecrack and then started yelling after Paclo? After he started yelling. Whatever, it's better in 2D, okay? This looks really fucking awful. B-Movie did it? Oh, well, if B-Movie does it, then we've shunted ourselves to the fucking, the library of cinematic greatness, please. Okay, then Sonic somehow doesn't dodge a shot from a tranquilizer.
Meow.
An additional question. I'm sorry, I'm nitpicking here. Does the angle of this gunshot really seem like he was going for the leg? Also, I don't know how far away they are, so I can't really answer that. But if you're trying to fire a single-shot tranquilizer gun at a target that you know moves very fast, why would you shoot its leg? He has a giant head. He's got a giant head and a big round torso. Why would you go for the leg? Ah, yes, I will take down this speed demon. I aim for the kneecaps. What the fuck you... Why not just in the chest? Why not just in the chest or in the face? Why not right in the forehead? That'd be funny. That'd be like grotesque humor. Like he fires the shot and then wait, no, that'd be good. Okay, wait, here we go. Hold on, let's see if I can draw this. Okay, this is a glorious art sheet, by the way. Okay, this would be good. Okay, wait, watch this. Wait, I want to get it even. I want it to look good. I want it to look good because I'm trying to make a point. Okay, so here's what they could have done. All right. Okay. Okay, here's the humor, okay? Look, it's genius, all right? So the shot opens. The shot, so you hear the gunshot fire, okay? And it's loud, like gunpowder loud, you know? And then you see Sonic's dismayed face or whatever. And the camera pans up, and the implication from the shot is that there's a bullet hole right in the center of his head, like they just actually fucking murdered Sonic. But then you have a big comedically large. Then you've got a big comedically large syringe jutting out of his forehead, okay? That would be funny as fuck right there, okay? If that's the if Listen, if that's the direction that they took with this, that would have been really funny. But instead they go for some bland fucking kneecap.
Oh, come on.
And then he does a little blah. Okay.
Okay, pal, I want answers.
Okay, we do an off. Oh, wait, we got the off-road. The action shot.
Come on. Okay, pal, I want answers. Basically, it looks.
Oh man, they look really bad together. Hold on. I need to stop going back and forth.
Okay, pal, I want answers.
This is really weird to look at. Oh my god, just look at Sonic here. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Oh god. Oh man, as bad as he looks on his own. As bad as he looks on his own, this is a million billion times worse. Oh, he looks like, yeah, he looks like a dog. He looks like a sad dog that just got its face rubbed in shit. He's doing the facial expression equivalent of a T-pose right now. There's just nothing going on right here. He's not looking at the dude. He's just looking blankly forward like, is this it? Is this where I die? That's... Oh, God. Oh, God. Hey, does anyone else remember the other Jim Carrey production we all want to forget? Because that upper lip, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Is it just me? Is it just me? Please tell me it's not just me. Please tell me it's not just me. Oh, man. Oh, God. The Crimson Drummer, thank you so much for the $5. He pretended to be an estranged daughter's father to give her closure. He pretended to be an estranged daughter's father to give her closure. I have no idea what you're referring to, but thank you for the $5. Oh, man. Okay. Have I missed any donations? No, I didn't. Okay.
Basically, it looks like I'm gonna have to say.
Look at, but I'm not joking though. Look at the difference here. Look at him when he's sitting here, dead face. Look at him. It actually looks like the animators forgot to write in to like make, like, look. Wait, can we? Okay. So that's what we're getting right now. Okay? But then I got to put it back on the thing. But then they switch to a new scene. And he's instantly expressive. His eyelids are moving. His mouth is, the corner of his mouth are moving. Look, he's blinking. He raises his eyebrow. What the fuck happened?
Basically,
and then he emotes when you get up close. Oh god. Oh, that screams lazy animation. Chris Roldan with the $5. Thank you. I love the cop's first reactions on scream shoot that kidnap him. Typical cop. Yeah, and later he refers to him as a kid too. Fucking another SMH, another cop shooting a young kid of color. Fuck. Okay. Okay, we got it. Okay? They're driving the cop and fucking Sonic, who looks like a fucking idiot. He looks like he's just had a lobotomy down here in the left. And then we've got Dr. Robotnik's robocar coming up from behind. Okay? Somehow they've been found. I don't know. Grappling hook through the back of the car. I know this is supposed to be like cartoony and stuff, so I'm not going to ask why Dr. Robotnik's car didn't just like a Gatling gun opened up and just perforated the cop and Sonic, rather than using a fucking grappling. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking bother. Okay, so grappling hook. Agatophobia dragon. Holy shit, your eyes are beautiful, dude. Can you actually like see my eyes when I look into the camera like that? Is the lighting able? Oh well, thank you. I mean, I love you. Shame I have to wear glasses. Okay. So then Sonic.
It looks like I'm gonna have to save your planet.
So Sonic climb. What does he do here? Because the thing just came in through the back of the truck. Right, like this. See? It just goes in right through the center. And then Sonic just appears on the top of the car? Did he climb out the side window? Did he climb out the broken windshield? Also, by the way, no broken glass on the back windshield that I can see, at least not in this quality of video footage. There's no broken glass in the back windshield here from when the grappling hook was fired in through it. So he jumps up. Wait, was there a sunroof in this car? I can't see the roof of the car. I don't think this car has a sunroof. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, so then Sonic leaps out. And we get the slow-mo. He looks like an idiot. He's waving his arms like he has no idea what the fuck he's about to do. And then, okay, oh, look at this. And then see, look, here we go. Boom! Do you see the frame color different here? Look, we've got Sonic. Boom! 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 I don't actually mind it that much. I think it looks fine. And we got the fucking lightning ball death charge. Unironically fucking Pikachu. Who said Sonichu earlier? Just put a blue filter over this, okay? Wait, this isn't the fucking ultimate. Get the fuck out of here. Blue filter, okay? Oh, wait, you don't even need one. It's blue in the fucking game. Wow, that was a low-quality video and not worth our time collectively. Well. Okay, and then, okay, I think this actually looks pretty sick. All right, I'm not going to lie, okay? So Sonic bursts through. I thought he was going to do some dumbass fucking kick when the scene was playing. But instead he just charges through and through pure fucking speed force just blasts off the left side of the underside of this car. Okay, that's pretty sick.
Oh, is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
I fucking love Jim Carrey. I fucking love Jim Carrey. God damn, I love Jim Carrey.
Oh, is that all you got?
No, but thank you for asking.
God, I love Jim Carrey. Fuck. Oh, I hope Jim Carrey busted a fat nut in his pants when he was fucking the casting director was like gave him his agent the call. Oh God. And then we get some kind of weird interior speed demon car that has like front shovel tire things from the original wheels. Jim Carrey pretended to be a father's daughter. It was creepy. Okay, I don't care. Rich people are all fucking weird degenerates anyway, okay? What I care about is his acting abilities right now. Carrey barely did anything. People mad dick right him. Do you people really not think Jim Carrey has like a fucking film legacy? No, I'm not getting into this. Okay, then this fucking zip soup. Uh-oh.
Whatever this creature is, our job is to secure it, neutralize it, see what makes it tick.
I assume this is after some sort of confrontation left his glasses destroyed. Fuck, I love Jim Carrey. Still don't know why the hair is lightning. Can we break that down? What just happened? Here, wait, hold on. We need to remove the obstacles, okay? We've gotten rid of the fucking donation goal in the chat. Now we get rid of me, okay? Okay, fuck, it's too much. It's so much and it's so fast. Oh, he looks like he's taking a shit. God damn, this is some really bad. Those might be quills, not hair. Okay, fine, quills. Yeah, probably, you're right. Okay, God, he looks bad. Oh, boy. He looks fine after he throws the ring, but okay. Okay, and the two people, and then he throws the ring. I don't know how fucking cartoony we're going here. Okay, and he throws the ring, and then they get flung at terminal velocity horizontally towards this barn. I hope they die afterwards. Also, by the way, I know that we're getting grainy footage here, but can we appreciate the fact that from how this looks now, it looks like the brown woman, I think she's brown, right? The brown woman's mouth is open like a foot tall, and she looks like a horror monster. Like for a second, like blur and look at the black woman with the yellow top, like squint your eyes a little bit. This unironically looks like a found footage like capture movie of like a forest monster that attacks you. Her upper jaw looks like it's hanging down, and her like lower jaw is really fucking down, and both her hands are up like this, and she looks like she's running towards you. Fuck, it actually looks really fucking spooky. Can we? I'm not joking. Hold on. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who's seeing this? No? Maybe if we turn the light down a little bit. Yeah, is no one else? We've got like the huge open mouth, the upper teeth, the hands ready to claw your eyes out, and she's running for you. Okay, look, I think this is cursed as fuck, okay? All right, let's keep it going. Oh man, holy shit. Fucking Fast and Furious directors, calm down. Fuck. Oh my god. Hey, you guys know the pyramids don't look like this anymore, right? This shit always triggers me when I see this in movies. The pyramids of Giza are flanked by the city on the side. There's no angle from which you can just see the pyramids standing out, unless like the whole city. No, there's no way. There's no conceivable way that the pyramids could ever be seen from this angle. The city has been near Giza. I mean, the pyramids for a while. Yeah, no. There's no fucking way. Okay, nitpicking. Okay. All right. Pew, 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 pew. Whoa! Speed demon. Boom! Look at that. Whoa! That actually looked pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Hop, 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 hop. And look at his legs stretch. Look at that. Zoom! That's the kind of good-ass shit we could have gotten if this was a 2D movie. Look at that. Look at that distortion. That looks really good, unironically. Look at that. I believe that stop. Okay? That looks good. Can we see that again in real time? There's so much inconsistency in quality of animation. Yeah, there is. The fact that there's this much dissonance in how he animates like while moving indicates a lack of discipline on the fucking animation team. If you read this, unhide your webcam. Oh, I don't know why I would, but sure. Look, it's me. Okay. Look at this. Oh, of course I fucking... That's not Giza, it's Desert Palace. Shut up. You can get the shot of the pyramids if you stand with the city behind you and the pyramids in front. Well, that's not the case here, is it? Zoom! That looked good. That looked good. Okay, we're here for it now. Holy shit! Look how tiny Sonic is! Oh my god! Oh! He's like actual hedgehog size. I thought he'd be up to waist level at least. He's at the same distance from the camera as the woman, and hit the top of his head is coming up to like mid-thigh. God damn. What the fuck? Oh god. Okay, god damn. Oh god. Sonic is canonically 3 feet tall. Not here he isn't. Not unless the fucking male and female lead of this movie are both fucking giants. Jesus. He looks 2'2" max here. Okay. Okay, they're surrounded by drones. Then he does his little Superman pose. Okay, cool. All right, everyone, spam refresh in chat. Get the fucking idiots on board. Let's keep it going. Okay, so please. Okay, so the three of our three fucking friendos are here. Look, okay, they're here. Look, in broad daylight. And then we have a scene where Sonic, in a completely different lighting, does a superhero pose. Look at this. Look. Do you see this? Look, right here, he's up on top of the roof. There's no... the lighting is incredibly soft. And then we have a harsh light fucking line behind him. A shadow cast. And then he does this little Superman pose. Okay? And then Dr. Robot... Then Jim Carrey does Jim Carrey things. Okay? All the robots open up. We're now back to this weird 2-foot-tall hedgehog. Who unironically looks like he's at fucking knee height. In this bland, neutral, lightless background. He presses one of 1,000 buttons. Apparently this button, which is the same looking as all of the other arrow buttons, is the one that launches the missiles? Okay, and he presses it, and they all fire. But now it's just Sonic. But now it's just Sonic. Okay. All right.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps today.
Fucking God. Okay, so one more time in slow-mo. As we must. Okay, so all the missiles fire at once. For some reason, the other two people aren't here anymore. And then we get Sonic enters the speed zone. And we get a cute little moment. He unironically looks like, fuck. What's that character? What's that stupid cartoon character who looks at his watch a lot? I don't fucking know. Yeah. Can we get that? Can we get that to sync up? Is it possible? What's the delay? It's about 1.8 seconds at the beginning of this. 1.8 seconds. Okay.
Look at this! I took 9 million steps.
Nah, I fucked up. I'm not gonna stop until I get it right. Also, this needs to be louder, and this needs to be quieter. Shut up. Everyone just wait like 30 minutes while I get this right, okay? Hey! That is not... Alright, hold on. We're gonna do this, okay? That's as close as we're getting. Okay. Okay. So Sonic does his cute little cartoon moment thing. And then he picks up missiles and plays drums with the bullets. This is very irresponsible. And I should note, by the way, Sonic, just because you're fast doesn't mean the fucking velocity of the missiles is negated. Look at this. They're still firing their fucking rocket. The exhaust. He would touch. Even if you did this super fast or whatever, you would touch it and you would try to move it and it would, like, you wouldn't be able to because the angular momentum of this shit is so strong. But then then I guess bullets were fired as well. I guess bullets and missiles get fired at the same speed, even though they have completely different mass. And then he plays drums to the beat of the music and knocks down other missiles. Hitting missiles with missiles is not very safe. He jumps. Okay, he jumps. He jumps. He's about to. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, and you wonder why Sonic is considered a sex symbol. Oh. Oh, God. Boo. Pew, pew. Those fucking things exploded in his hands. What the fuck? Look at this. He just slapped him. Just fucking missiles. in his hands. What the fuck? He didn't even let go so that their new momentum would carry them into the thing. His hands wouldn't be singed. They would be gone. That was a missile. That was a missile. You can get away with this in a cartoon, but this is in the real life now. Okay. Oh, God. And then oh, my God, he throws up the horns. Oh, I didn't even oh, look at his fucking wrinkly, bulbous. Oh, Christ. Oh, he looks like he's got little baby hands, and he's wearing 6, like, doctor's latex gloves to add the girth before he goes in for the prostate exam. Oh, my God. Oh, it's... Ugh. Ugh. Okay. And now we get the cringe humor at the end.
In there and be quiet.
How much longer? I can't breathe in here.
Do you have your child in that bag?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine.
It's not your child.
Smells like body spray in an old ham sandwich.
You know what you know what I'm most looking forward to? Listen, unironic, I'm not joking right now. The best part of all of this is that this movie is going to be in and of itself a cultural landmark, okay? But that wasn't enough. They made the lead actress black, which means I also get to watch videos from Sargon of Akkad, if he's not in fucking jail by then for some campaign finance fraud or shit. The Quartering, No Bullshit, Paul Joseph Watson, and James Alsop about how they loved Sonic as a child, and now it's been ruined through cultural diversity of the Jews pushing black people into roles in Hollywood to destroy the white man. Oh, man. Oh, I'm fucking ready. Oh, God. I'm so fucking ready. Oh, it's gonna be a cultural I'm staying outside the theater in a fucking tent opening night. God damn. Absolutely. Oh, right, the camera. Oh, God.
He's bringing an old ham sandwich.
Wait, what was that? Oh, no. No, stop it. Wait, what's going on? Okay, we've got the head of the truck, and then we've got what looks like Robotnik's glove with a panel, like a buttons on it, and he's giving the thumbs up sign, which is basically like the okay sign. So this is kind of like a Nazi dog whistle. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. And then we've got the camera, and then we've got more really weird. Wow, that's 3 frames. 1, 2, 3. No, just 2 frames. Wow, okay. For that shot. And then we've got him in some sort of like Resident Evil laser room with sick fucking vaporwave colors in the background. And we've got a button, and the button gets pressed. Some kind of nuke, maybe? And then we get the best part. The return to form. Right? Don't you fucking dare! Alright. The return to form. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This. What's the estimated release date? It's 2019. It says 2019. This. It's coming out in November. This fuck Endgame. This is going to be the sleeper hit of 2019. Okay. This is going to be the sleeper hit. Nothing even comes close to the effect. The MCU fucking wishes it had this kind of clout. God damn. Holy shit. Listen up, guys. Okay, what we're witnessing. Hayden here, and thanks for the $2. I'm getting so high for this. Listen, what we're witnessing right now is franchise or intellectual property cannibalization. That is what we are looking at right now. Do you people understand this? Sonic and Sega and the Sonic team have been a big fucking cultural icon. Oh, the video game war. Oh, Sega Genesis versus the Super Nintendo NES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, we have had for decades Sonic's furry hedgehog dong pumping nut down our throats. And this is it. Never before have we seen Sonic team willing to denigrate themselves to this level. This is it. This is it. And I'm so excited. I'm so... This is a profanity. Okay? You have to understand. This is a profanity. All right? Never before in history have I seen it demonstrated to this extent, okay? And I admit I'm young and I don't pay that much attention to movies, so it's totally probably happens every fucking day, okay? But this matters to me, all right? This matters to me. For generations, the Sonic games and their resulting franchises have captured the imagination of lots of kids, okay? This means a lot to a lot of kids, okay? Look, Sonic is cringy as fuck, all right? It is, and it always has been. Sonic was never good. I never gave a fuck about Sonic, okay? I never gave a shit. Seriously, I have no emotional attachment to Sonic whatsoever. I think I played Sonic and Knuckles on like the Game Boy Advance or something, or it's like Sonic Adventure. I don't fucking know, okay? But I don't care, okay? I never cared about Sonic, all right? But it was kind of cute having him around because he was like the fetid, putrid corpse that you would drag out to remind yourself of how comparatively well Mario has aged. From Mario to age this well over the course of, what has it been, 1,000 years since the first Mario game came out? Since, what was it, Jumpman? Plumber Boy? I don't know. Sam Kane, thank you so much for the $5. Yeah, like a lazy vaporwave. Mario has aged really fucking well. Okay, Mario is still culturally relevant and probably will be for decades. Sonic was a fucking miscarriage. Okay, so this to see a property of this kind, because listen, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Sonic Team knows their movies have been critically reviled for fucking decades, okay? They know that they're on a dying property that is kept alive exclusively by nostalgia and irony, okay? So they're cashing in on both. This is all of the goodwill Sonic has left. All of it. They've piled it up and they're dumping it into this movie. And what they're trying to make is a disaster film. This is a disaster movie. In the truest sense, okay? In the truest sense. Fuck 2012. Fuck Planet of the Apes. Never before has there been a disaster movie more telegraphed than this one, okay? They have taken everything lovable about this, and they have thrown it together into a trailer and eventually into a movie. So unaccountably terrible. So abysmally, outrageously insane that it's going to be a fucking masterpiece. I am hoping for the B movie of this decade. Ambitious? Yes, but it's possible. The B movie came out 12 years ago, and it came out in November. A coincidence? Maybe. When Sonic the Hedgehog drops in November, I hope to see that same degree of inane, unfathomable, unbelievable memification, the memography that we saw for the B movie. Carl Carrington with the $20. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much for that support. This analysis will compare to the works of Marx himself. Listen, I'm trying my hardest over here, okay? I really like media critique. Thank you so much for the $20. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm not just putting on a show. All of these are genuine feelings I sincerely wanted to get across in a public manner. Oh, man. Fucking God. Listen, this is so important. This is so important. The way in which there needs to be a kissing scene with Sonic the Hedgehog. There needs to be a scene where Sonic kisses a human girl. I need it. I need it. I need it so badly. We need to propel this movie into the fucking stratosphere. Oh, God, yes. Please, please, fucking God, yes. I'm gonna fucking come. I need it. They need to have the awkward kiss with the profile shot of the light behind them and both their lips meet and they silhouette themselves against the light behind them. Holy shit. Oh my God, it would be so fucking good. Sonic needs to kiss the black chick. That's the third act drama right there. Fucking absolutely. Oh yes. Wait, can I get all three of them lined up together in a trailer? Please, 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 please. Please, 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 God, please, I'm gonna fucking come. Please, I'm gonna shit. Oh yeah, Sonic is being voiced by the dude who plays the, what are his lines in Parks and Recreation? I'm very obnoxious. That guy. I don't fucking know. Okay. Fuck. Where's the three of them? Please, I'm gonna come. Why is it so hard to find? Why is it so hard to find just all the leads of the movie standing next to each other? Listen, here's what we need, okay? What we need, you know how in the movies with there's the third act tension, you have the first act tension of all of the disparate leads getting together and unifying behind a cause. The second act tension of them like fighting against the enemy and seeming as though they're about to prevail. But then at the beginning of the third act, it's there's some like stupid jealousy bullshit. Like the main characters have to have an argument before the climax of the film so they can resolve it right as the film like concludes. So because that way you get the emotional okay? That's what we need to do, okay? The main character, the cop, the fucking cop guy, needs to walk in on Sonic making out with the black chick, okay? That's what we need. That's the shit that will bring this to the fucking moon. We need the scene where the cop comes back after fighting Robotnik or something. He comes on in and he sets the fucking gun on the table or something. He steps in and he hears, Sonic. And he steps into the other room, and it's an awkward thing. Sonic was reaching for a ring or something, or I don't know, some dumb stupid shit like that. But they fucking kiss the Sonic and the black chick, and then they lock lips, and then they both look at the cop, and the cop's standing in the door frame, and he's like, and then he turns around, and Sonic's like, "No, it's not what you think!" But he's already slammed the door, and Sonic won't run and catch up because the black girl puts her hand on Sonic's little furry shoulder and says, "No, hold on. Just let him calm down," or some shit. Please, God. Oh Christ. I need this. I need it so bad. I have never in my life conceptualized a reality that I need to happen more. Holy fuck. Oh God. It'd be fucking amazing. You guys realize that, right? You realize that if something like that happens, by the way, not even that unlikely. Movies are really stupid, okay? Oh, God damn. Hold on. Todsney has a good point. Don't all the best memifications come from sincere accidental memes? Sonic movie seems like a self-aware cash-in, I don't know how self-aware it is. That's the thing. I genuinely do not know. I don't know. Because normally when you have like an ironic cash-in, it's really obvious that they're going for the irony bit. It's really, really fucking obvious because the studio execs are like, hey, they don't want us to think we're taking this seriously. We need to play up the irony element. So the irony becomes so blisteringly evident that everyone can just look at it and see it's like, oh, haha, they're making a joke. They're making a joke about themselves. Haha, cool, great, cool. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think someone in the development process understands what's going on, or like maybe on a base level, maybe it's like doublethink, you know, like from 1984. Maybe they understand on some like baseline level, like what we're doing isn't right. You know that, right? But so many people involved in the process are just working for their paychecks. You know what I mean, right? Oh, man. That was fucking insane. It only took me 2 hours and 10 minutes to talk about the 2.5-minute Sonic trailer. Okay. Well, time to conclude with a Prageru video. Let me change the title of the stream. Yeah, you guys ready to see some real Death of Civilization shit? Hold on. God, every time I stream, I get so many fucking Discord notifications. The Indigenous Hulk, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you for doing important work. I'm doing my best. What was the process of choosing Gangster's Paradise, though? Because it was objectively the best choice. There was no better choice they could have made than Gangster's Paradise. This is Prageru.com. I don't want that. Who are the... No, this is also Prageru.com. Oh, shit. Here we go again. I'll be ignoring donations till we're done with this one. Oh, God. It never gets easier, folks, let me tell you. 5.5 minutes. Let's see how long this takes me. Who are the real racists? Let's find out. I'm ready.
Every single day,
someone... Oh, yes! Yes, absolutely. They brought a black in. Good on you, Prageru. Hey, we're doing a video on race today, sir. Bring in the black. We wouldn't want them thinking we're racist now, would we? Please. When's the Jesse Lee Peterson? Please. When is the Jesse Lee Peterson Prageru video on race? Please, God. Do you think racism exists? Well, I ask you, do you love black people? Do you love black people? If the answer is yes, there's no more racism. The children of the lie, they tell you about racism because they lie. All right. Amazing. Let's focus.
Of prominence on the left, a politician, a cable news host, an entertainment figure, accuses someone on the right of being a racist.
Horror of horrors.
Here are typical examples. MSNBC host Chris Matthews said this: "The age of Jim Crow managed to find a new habitat in the 21st century Republican Party."
Okay, that's a totally fucking reasonable statement. If you talk about Jim Crow laws systemically disenfranchising black people, and then you take a look at Republican policies about, like, say, voter ID laws, or say voter disenfranchisement, or say redlining, or say housing and workplace initiatives, or say like economic investment areas, like urban areas that have high black populations. Ooh, yeah. I'd say this is a very reasonable statement, but okay, let's continue. I mean, you probably could have pulled some unreasonable statements. There have been times that left-leaning people have unduly accused right-leaning people of being racist, but instead you pulled a very reasonable statement. That's unfortunate for you.
Comedian Seth Meyers told his late-night audience that Republicans traffic in open racism.
When Mexicans send us their people, they're not sending us their best. They send rapists, murderers, and thieves. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Tennessee State Representative London Lamar, a black woman, announced that the entire state of Tennessee is racist, period.
Got him. Fuck Tennessee. Also, wait, why'd you have to specify she's a black woman? For one, that kind of contradicts your point, right? Because isn't the argument that liberals are a bunch of busybody white boys that say that, like, scream racism so black people become dependent on welfare or whatever? Isn't that like the party line? Also, you know that this is going to be accompanied by artwork, right? She looks black. You don't need to say it black. Okay, all right.
This was just after she was elected in Tennessee.
Good. Some big fucking kahunas on this lady. Don't we desire that? Don't we desire politicians that are critical enough of the institutions into which they were elected that they feel comfortable making statements like that about their state? I think that's a sign of bravery and honesty. But all right, maybe you just think that politicians should shut up and, like, not rock the boat.
The left calling the right racist isn't new. It's been going on for decades.
It's been going on for a lot longer than that, buddy.
Republican presidents Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, George Herbert Walker Bush.
Why'd you gotta Herbert Walker me? Why the fuck this kid Herbert Walker in me?
Thanks for everything you do, comrade.
I love you too, buddy. Thank you. Why the fuck this guy Herbert Walker in me? Get the fuck out of here. Herbert Walker.
His son George W. Bush were all accused of being racist.
Yeah, they all were. Literally every Republican president since the well, every president ever, yes, but every Republican president since the Southern Strategy has done some racist ass shit in office.
And of course, from the left's perspective, racist is essentially Donald Trump's middle name.
Yeah. Also, nice. Donald Trump got a little bit more of a gut than that. Nice try drawing it like his suit jacket would come off, like fall in front of his chest and then not hit a gut. Well, I'm not fat shaming or nothing. I'm just saying generally you make an effort to draw people fairly realistically here, but you have drawn a fit Donald Trump. And I don't know about that.
To call someone a racist is a very serious charge.
Mm-hmm.
A racist is a person who believes that one race is inherently superior or inferior to another.
Wrong! Let's look up the actual definition of racism. Racist definition. A person who shows or feels discrimination or prejudice against people of other races, or who believes that a particular race is superior to another. Showing or feeling discrimination or prejudice. It is not. I love that right there. They say the bar for being racist is literally believing one race is superior to another. You have to be full on fucking race realist Nazi to be racist. That's not true. There are tons of ways you can discriminate. God help me, that Sonic stream fucking killed me. There are so many ways in which you can express discrimination or prejudice without outwardly believing in the superiority of one race to another. What if you believe that just black people are just better at, like, athletics and basketball and stuff? They're just, not as bright. That doesn't make them worse. They're just, not as just skull shape, That doesn't make them worse. And Chinese people, very smart, just lacking creativity. They're all very similar, kind of like a hive mind, like bee people. That doesn't make them worse. This bantying, this trying to turn racism into believing one race is inherently inferior or superior to another is a way for racists to distance themselves from racism. It sets the bar so unbelievably high and makes it so arbitrary that even people like Nicholas Fuentes, Nicky Boy, Booger Nick, Slippery Nick, even this guy who is a neo-Nazi, who believes in an ethno-state, who supports race realism, doesn't say that one race is inherently better than the other. He doesn't say that. He says there are differences, and we should be aware of those differences. But even this guy, even an actual Nazi, actual fucking Nazi, he jokes about the Holocaust. He thinks the Jews are involved in the corrupting the West through degeneracy, which they push, and da-da-da. Even this fucking guy won't say that one race is superior to another. So no, I reject this definition that you put forward, one which is disagreed with even by the fucking Google definition, all right?
It's not intelligence, character, or values that determine an individual's worth. It's his or her skin color.
No, you can be a racist and believe that somebody's values or intelligence also means something, and you can believe that race is more than skin deep. In fact, believing that that race is more than skin deep is sort of a characteristic behavior of racists.
To say that racism is foolish and stupid, not to mention evil, is to understate the case.
Ooh, bury that lead, friend. Ooh, got a virtue signal. Hey, you know what I don't have to do in my fucking streams? I don't have to open up my opinions with, hey guys, before I go on this tirade, I just want to let you know, I think racism is bad. Now that we got that out of the way, I've never had to do that. Ooh. Why not go? You can go farther. Just say, listen, I am a black man. I cannot be racist. Therefore, like, just say something else stupid. Like, come on.
But according to most Democrats, Republicans are that stupid and that evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, is that controversial? Yeah, most Republicans are fucking degenerate subhumans. There's not a single Republican in this country, and I mean this. We can search from the fucking dirt, the honest, good old blue-collar job, honest farm-working boy Republicans to the fucking white-collared Billy boys up on top of the system. There is not a single Republican who I would not shit on from a great height. My one regret is that I have only maybe 1 to 2 poops a day to give to Republicans. Okay, that is my greatest regret. I have but only so many shits to give to my country.
So let's examine some conservative policies to see if they are indeed racist.
What kind of... The use of the word degenerate is a warning call? Yeah, don't worry, I'm reclaiming it. Wait, what kind of litmus test is this? Now I'm going to list a couple of policies, and you tell me if they're racist or not. This will determine whether or not the party or its adherents are racist. What? Okay, sure. Republican policy number 1. In 1979, in Dillwater, Idaho, then Republican mayor, Maysworth Gilbrook proposed a policy which would regulate the irrigation of certain fields up until 7. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't do it on a policy by policy basis. You look at the totality of the party, the positions that they bring, the attitudes they carry with them, and the social impact they have. But yeah, sure, let's follow through with this incredibly fucking stupid litmus test.
If they are, then the left has a valid complaint.
Oh.
And if they're not, then the left is lying.
Oh. Hey, what do you think the conclusion of this video is going to be?
The long-standing conservative opposition to affirmative action is a good place to start. It was Democratic President John F. Kennedy who in 1961 first used the term affirmative action. But affirmative action in the way we think of it now wasn't implemented until 1970, during the administration of a Republican president, Richard Nixon.
Okay.
The theory was that, because of historical discrimination, blacks were at a competitive disadvantage to other races and ethnicities. To erase that disadvantage, standards that most blacks presumably couldn't meet had to be lowered.
In the vast majority of cases, all affirmative action means in practice is that in situations where you own a business or you're hiring for a business and you have a disproportionately high percentage of non-marginalized workers, so it's all fucking white boys in there, and you get 2 equally qualified people, you are encouraged to choose the person who may have faced a greater level of economic and social disenfranchisement on the way up there, okay? This is super simple, okay? It doesn't mean this is how Republicans love to paint it, and I know because I see their fucking cartoons, okay? And see their fucking 4chan posts, all right? This is what affirmative action means in the eyes of a Republican, okay? Two people walk into a business, okay? It's Bank Incorporated. Bah, bah. Bank Incorporated. Two people walk in with a job, okay? One of them is a clean, respectable white man with a parted cut, and he's 35 years old. He's got a tie and a nice gray suit, and he looks very well-to-do, and he tips his clap at the ladies when he comes in. And then the other one who comes in is a a gentleman of color, wearing blue overalls, a ratty white t-shirt that like hangs down, the fucking U-neck hangs down like to fucking navel level, and they're wearing big fucking Jordans, and he fucking pantomime walks his way in. He what do they call minstrel show walks his way in, and the two go up the elevator. They meet the boss. The white man's like, here are my qualifications. Smoke the pipe, leave, and then the black guy comes up. Yeah, mister, I just wanted this job. The temptation to do a racist voice, by the way, overwhelming, but I'm not. But we're not going there. I just want the job. I don't know. I've got a bunch of kids to feed, and I just like drugs. I like drugs, selling drugs, buying drugs. I just love drugs. All right, here's my resume, and the resume was written in crayon. And then the two leave. The two leave, and then the hiring manager looks at both of the resumes, shakes his head solemnly. Because of affirmative action, I have no choice. Holds up the black man's resume. Stamp. This is unironically, I'm not joking, by the way. This is what Republicans think of when they think of affirmative action. When in reality, the way it actually works, over here in yonder human world, can I get a new window? I'll save this one. Here, this will be good so that when I make the Prageru video into its own YouTube video, people can wonder why I already had a paint selection up and it's Sonic. Okay. Meanwhile, in the human world, okay, so let's talk about achievements, okay? All right. So let's talk about what it takes for a human being to succeed, okay? If you're a fucking white boy and you were born in the suburbs to an upper middle class family and you were able to get a decent education at a local school and university, and you had the help of tutors who paid a lot, every fucking your parents shelled out a lot, and then you were able to get like referrals from your daddy's business or whatever, okay? This is how much effort you put into life, okay? This little nubbin, all right? If you're a black dude, okay? If you're a fucking black dude who grew up in the projects, at 14 years old, you were out there illegally doing under-the-counter work because your mom couldn't afford to support you and your 3 siblings on her own, and you had to go out there and you got a fucking GED, and then you worked your way up through community college, and then with excellent grades you got into university, and then you managed to get about the same level of knowledge and qualifications as the fucking white guy. This is how much fucking effort you put into life, okay? Your accomplishments are a fucking Titanic mountain, Everest, compared to the measly little white boy fucking goosebump that the white boy put in. But all Republicans see is, oh, well, here's how good they are, so why should we choose one over another? It's incredibly fucking stupid. So yeah. Now, is affirmative action perfect? No. I don't even like affirmative action conceptually. I don't like institutional recognition of racial differences. I prefer for it to be an economic class distinction because it leads to less racial agitation. However, just in a purely pragmatic effort, okay, there is value to recognizing the institutional differences experienced by people with different backgrounds, all right? It's that simple. It's that simple. And I know not every white person has had a peachy keen life, and I know not every black person has had an incredibly difficult life. But on average, the life of a black person is harder than the life of a white person. And for that reason, a black person has to work harder to get to the same level as a white person. And since when you are hiring somebody, you should, ideally pick out candidates that you think will best fit within your company culture, who will best represent your company, who will best produce for your company. It stands to reason then that the disparity here is a product mostly of racism and not necessarily of the intrinsic skill presented by people of any given race.
One could make the case that this policy had some utility when it was first put in place.
Oh.
But that was a long time ago.
Oh. Did racism end? Did we do it? I feel like every time I watch a Prageru video, some new fucking dipshit tells me that racism is over.
The conservative position is that blacks have repeatedly proven they can compete with anyone without the benefits of lower standards.
This is it. This is the way that racists frame racist policy. We don't believe in helping black people. What, do you think black people are fucking idiots? You don't think black people can handle themselves? I am a Republican. I believe black people are doing great on their own and they can make it. Anyone can have the American dream. They say when every single fucking institutional and civic structure is stacked in favor of white people. It's very easy to say this. You could do the exact same thing in the times of fucking serfs and noblemen. Here, wait, I'll do the fucking voice again. Are we ready? Let's do the voice again, okay? I'm a 14th century, some kind of proto-Marxist. It's strange to me, don't you think, that society is levied in such a way that the serfs have so much less than the lords. Oh! You think so, do you? This is the voice of the nobleman. This is what they sounded like. This sounds to me like a case of bigotry of low expectations. Are you saying serfs can't succeed on the same playing field as me? Perhaps you believe they're stupid and need a handout from the king. Oh. Curious. You can make the same argument anytime there's any kind of institutional discrimination. Oh, why are you doing poor? Oh, bigotry of low expectations. They can do it. It's stupid. This is stupid. This is a non-argument, okay?
There are countless examples of black success in every field at every level.
We found it. Guys, we did it. A minimum of one black person has succeeded in most fields, so they can do it, right? It's not about whether or not they can do it. It's about whether or not it's more statistically likely for them to reach those levels as it is for a white person. And the answer is no. There's a massive disproportionate favor towards white individuals. And, well, yeah, to a lesser extent, Asian individuals, than there are towards black and Hispanic individuals. In basically every respect. Culturally, socially, legally, economically, financially, in a business sense, getting loans, being redlined into certain parts of the city. This is really, really important. This is so important. And to pretend that it doesn't exist, to paint it all over and go like, oh, well, anyone can succeed in the beautiful playground of the free marketplace of ideas. This is to tacitly deny the existence of those obstacles. And to turn your eyes away from systemic inequality because it fits your narrative is pretty fucking racist.
The policy is no longer necessary.
Please, no stats, none whatsoever. We've seen a minimum of one black person succeed in most fields undefined, asterisk, asterisk. Therefore, racism is done. We no longer need affirmative action.
But the conservative argument goes further. Study after study shows that, in the case of college admissions, affirmative action hurts more blacks than it helps.
How so?
By lowering admission standards for blacks and some other minority students, colleges set many of these students up for failure. They get placed in schools for which they are not prepared. And high black dropout rates confirm this view.
I thought black people had high dropout rates in high school. Hold on. I'm gonna need some fucking study. Hold on. Okay. U.S. public high schools recorded a 4-year graduations rate of 80% for the 2011-2012 school year, all-time high, vary greatly by state. Nationwide, black students graduated at a rate of 69. Nice. Hispanic 73, whites at an 86% graduation rate. Ooh. Do you think high schools have affirmative action policies, Mr. Racist Black Man? Do you think the high schools just brought them? Do you think? Ooh, I wonder why black people are fucking flunking out of high school at more than double the rate of white people across the country. Do you think it's institutional discrimination, or do you think it's the skull shape? Okay, so that's high school. I'm just Googling the first shit that I find. They don't provide any fucking sources, so how am I supposed to, like, find the counterfactual? Okay, 6-year... is this for a specific school? Evaluated data from students nationwide who entered a college or university in fall 2010. This data represents students at 2- and 4-year college. Okay. So, Hideyoshi Lacan. Thank you very much for the $2.79 Canadian. Okay, so overall, not enrolled, still enrolled, completed different institution. So would not enrolled mean that they flunked out? Oh wait, right here. White and Asian students completed their programs at similar rates, 62 and 63.2% respectively, while Hispanic and black students completed at rates of 45.8% and 38% respectively. Is there any evidence that this disparity is a product of affirmative action programs? Wait. Oh God. Oh my God. I just fucking pulse of blood went through my brain. I saw Shapiro. The guy's name is Doug Shapiro. I was like, oh my God, he's fucking Benjamin's infiltrated them. Oh God. Overall satisfaction decreased. Okay, so everyone's dropout rates are decreasing. Hispanic dropout rate decreased the most, and then black followed up next with 6.9%. Man, black people in the sex number, man. Those guys are crazy. In 2016, the Hispanic dropout rate, 8.6%, remained higher than the black, 6.2%, and the white. Wait, the black dropout rate is only 1 percentage point higher than the white dropout rate? Okay. I'm going to need to see some fucking data to indicate that affirmative action programs are fucking devastating the black dropout rate because of lower expectations or something. I know we're not going to get that shit from this fucking video, though. So I'm going to go ahead, considering the fact that Prageru lies about literally everything all the time, like literally every statement in their videos is either factually incorrect or at least extremely misleading, I'm going to go ahead and say that this one is maybe a fucking fake.
How could it be otherwise? If academically unprepared white students...
What the fuck is this kid giving me this look for? Fuck off, bitch boy. Fuck off, mayo face, little soy cuck bitch boy. Get the fuck out of here. I'll fuck your girlfriend. What the fuck is he giving me that face for? I've never seen this in a fucking Prageru video before. Why the fuck am I getting this face? What is wrong with this fucking kid?
...were admitted to Ivy League schools, they too would be set up to fail. Conservatives believe black...
Oh, no. Oh, you have no studies? You just wanted to reiterate a point that you failed to demonstrate by expanding upon the hypothetical? Okay, cool.
Blacks and other minorities are every bit as capable as whites of succeeding as engineers, surgeons, policemen, businessmen.
Was that Jesse Lee Peterson? Amazing. Nah, it doesn't look like him. I just saw him for a flash. I thought it looked like Jesse Lee Peterson. God damn. This is the worst fucking kind of bigotry. So again, nobody's saying that black people can't succeed in these fields. The problem is that they do so at much lower rates than white people. Proportional to their population, it is much harder for them to succeed in these fields. There are only two explanations. It's either social factors that can be fixed through policy, or it's because black people are genetically inferior. Those are literally the only two explanations, okay? You either believe that black people have much lower rates of institutional success because of institutional or social or cultural or economic factors that have fucked them over, or because you believe they are brain fucked. Hold on. Grand Theft Auto 5588. All available data suggests that race realism is true. You got me. It really doesn't, though. For any curious, science has demonstrated repeatedly, time and time again, that there is greater genetic variance within members of one's own race than there is between the average member of one race and another. So if I went over to, like, Poland, I'm Polish. I'm half Polish. If I went over to Poland and fucking brutally murdered like one random Polak, and they drew that person's DNA and compared it to my blood at the scene of the crime, there is statistically likely to be a greater difference between my blood and that person's blood than there would be if I had gone to fucking, I don't know, the Congo and done the exact same thing. Kind of awkward to unironically believe in race realism because of your feelings, because you just like feel really strongly that races are different, but the science just doesn't support those claims, friendo. Omega Solar 382. PragerU will almost never cite their sources. They say studies show, but never cite done talking about it because they don't have any. Yeah. PragerU is very, 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 very blatant propagandizing. There's no... They don't try that hard. All right, let's keep it going.
Businessmen, lawyers, and college students.
Oh, hey, what's up?
And therefore, lowering standards for blacks is unnecessary as well as insulting. Yet,
I agree. We shouldn't lower standards for black people. Instead, we should provide incentives for accepting both into education and into business people of color when they have equal credentials to privileged groups, and we should work to address the institutional barriers that keep black people from succeeding at the same level as white people on an economic scale. That way, we don't need to worry about different levels of expectations because there's no inherent bias for black people to overcome at the beginning.
for this belief, conservatives are called racist.
Yes.
The irony, of course, is that those who accuse conservatives of being racist believe blacks and other minorities are not as capable as whites of succeeding.
Yeah, I do believe that. Whoa, you caught me. It's because of institutional racism. You could say the same thing about slaves. What, are you saying slaves are worse? You don't think slaves can succeed? Well, no, it's because they're slaves. Well, you think there's something wrong with being a slave? They could pick themselves up by their boots. No, the institution of slavery makes them less capable. Curious. Or I'm sorry, you'd be a colonial. You'd be like a plantation owner. Oh, I'm curious, or something like that. Curious. I don't fucking know.
And therefore still need affirmative action. Almost a half century after it was first implemented.
Guys, it's been a half century. We haven't fixed racism yet? Are you serious? It's been 50 whole years. And we haven't fixed slavery. I mean, not slavery. Well, we haven't really fixed that either. We haven't fixed racism yet. What are we slacking? What's up? What's going on?
Let's look at another issue where this contrast between conservatives and those who accuse them of being racist is even more starkly drawn.
Oh shit, we're going to get an even better example? I wonder if there'll be any data for this one or if it'll just be another feeling argument.
Voter ID.
Oh, yes! Oh, I've watched enough Destiny debates to know the answers to this one. Oh boy, I have never been more prepared for it. I need more water. I've got to, the Vosh engine is roaring. I gotta get this shit some fuel. Oh, man. I love it. Let's do it.
Conservatives say America should require every voter to present an ID when voting, just as European countries do to help keep their elections honest.
Whoa! Who cares about Europe? I thought this was America, the U.S. Wait, you want to talk about European standards? Oh, I just want to implement socialized medicine, just like the European. This is America! Yeah, this is fucking America. I don't give a fuck what Europe does. Also, Europe has a very different system of mandating ID distribution amongst its citizenry, okay? You look miserable.
Yes, please be quieter.
I love you.
Please.
Okay. She's got a headache.
I've got a migraine.
Migraine. My poor GF. Anyway, so European countries, very different system. Also, who gives a fuck about Europe? Let's do it. Let's hear the argument. This is going to be like a bunch of compounding lies, so then we can tackle it at the end, okay?
Are all these democracies racist? Of course not. Yet the accusers say that conservatives who support voter ID are racist. Mm-hmm. Why do they say this? Because, they argue, it's really a ruse to prevent blacks and other minorities from voting, since many of them just aren't capable of acquiring an ID. Can you get more condescending than that?
Oh, I can get real condescending at you, you fucking smooth-brained bitch boy. Crack your skull open. Find a fucking Canberry cream egg inside. Jesus Christ. Listen up, folks. This is a real fucking easy one. So, we may have heard this little story. We're a fan of Destiny's stream. We all know about it was South Carolina, right? Not North Carolina? Yes, it was South Carolina, of course. That's the shittier one. Okay, listen up, folks. Ooh, this is my favorite. Look, we can do this real fucking easy. So, some of the state legislators in South Carolina, a Republican state, thought one day, how can we, and you know Republicans love gerrymandering, how can we ensure that populations more likely to vote Democrat aren't going to make it to the voting booths? Well, what if we took away some of the types of ID and polling places that black people tend to use and visit? So, and there it was. The legislators of South Carolina looked up, they searched for this, specifically the types of IDs and the voting places that black people tended to use. They saw which black areas had voting places which were predominantly used by black people. They saw black people had a tendency to use what do they call it, preparatory voting, when you vote like 12 days before, like the early period. They closed the early period to only like a little bit before. The reason why this hurt black people disproportionately is because black people are more likely to have to work more time to support themselves because they tend to have lower paying jobs. So the less time you give them to vote, the less likely it is that they'll find time to find a break in their work schedule. They shut down polling places, they closed the gap on the preliminary voting period, and they disabled certain types of voter IDs, which were most prominently used by black people. They specifically looked up which ways black people voted and then cut those ones out. Keep in mind that if you're wealthier, which means statistically whiter, that it's more likely you'll be able to find the time to go to a voting place, have the time to wait in line at the voting place, have a car you can use to get to the voting place, be able to drive out of the inner city and go to a voting place that isn't as crowded. It is more likely that you will be able to acquire the government IDs necessary to vote, which often takes some degree of time and money to invest in. The Supreme Court struck down the South Carolina voter ID laws after accusing the legislators of having designed them to target black people with surgical precision. Surgical precision. This was in a Supreme Court ruling. Do you know how neutrally they tend to phrase things? This was the most blatant example of Republican legislators trying to keep black people from voting. It had nothing to do with protecting us from voter fraud. There has never, in the history of the United States of America, been a voter fraud problem. It has never happened. It has never been demonstrated to happen. Donald Trump sent a fucking investigative team out to try and determine whether or not there has been substantial voter fraud, particularly in the 2016 election. And after months and millions of dollars spent, they found nothing. Voter fraud is not a problem in this country. Voting is the most essential democratic right we have as American citizens. And the fewer barriers we put up between that essential right and, well, our ability to enact it, the better. You had better make some really fucking strong arguments. And you know what arguments the legislators had? None. There was no voter fraud. They only targeted black people. The Supreme Court called them out for it. The law was struck down. Notice, by the way, that when it comes to things like gun control, Republicans, putting legislation in front of gun control to prevent legal citizens from purchasing firearms is an infringement of the Second Amendment rights of every American citizen. All you're doing is preventing law-abiding citizens from being able to acquire their guns, even though very strong arguments can be made for the importance of putting up barriers to be able to buy a gun. But then Ronald Reagan, back in the 60s in America, Black Panther Party starting to carry guns outside courthouses. Oof, better pass some legislation to prevent them from being able to do that. Ronald Reagan, legendary Republican president, passing gun control legislation to keep black people from expressing their political opinion. Mercy me. And thus we have it again. Republicans on the issue of voting. Well, it's just voting. Who cares if there are a couple of obstacles put up in the way, right? Republicans don't give a shit about whether or not the government infringes on your rights or any of that nonsense. The only thing Republicans care about is putting barriers in the way of things they don't like and allowing things they do like. And Republicans don't like black people. Republicans hate black people because black people tend to vote Democrat. And the reason why black people tend to vote Democrat is because Republicans are racist. Not just Republican lawmakers, not just most Republicans, every Republican. If you are a Republican, if you support Republicans, if you fail to call out Republicans when you feel you have the social capital to do so, you're in shit. And I don't absolve you. Every single member of that blasted fucking party deserves to rot. I ain't saying the Democrats are that much better, but they are better. Black representatives hate themselves? Can we think for a moment on what an unbelievably stupid question that is? You realize that since the beginning of time, there have been people who have worked with institutions to demonize people of their own social group. In the caste systems in India, we had fucking house N-words back in the slavery days who would work with the master to suppress the interests of the slaves out in the plantation. Throughout history, there have been instances of people collaborating with the institutions that keep them down. This is not new. This is not special. Jews collaborated with the fucking SS back in the pre-World War II period, okay? By ratting out their comrades. In fact, there were special positions in the death camps awarded to Jewish people and other people who were in line for death, that if they could manage the remains, haul the corpses, lead people to the slaughter, that they would postpone their own death. Yes, absolutely. People do coordinate with the institutions that keep their people down.
Let's be real. You need an ID to drive, to fly, to buy a beer, even to purchase some cold medicines.
Ooh. Too bad that drawing, flying, purchasing a beer, and buying cold medicines aren't essential components of a functioning democracy that everybody should have access to. Ooh, pretty weak argument. Whew.
Whites can do it, but blacks can't? Tell me again who the racists are?
You got it. You got me with that feels argument, bro.
One more example. It's conservatives who push for school choice, which would allow all parents, not just wealthy ones, to decide where their children attend school.
Okay.
Tuition vouchers, charter schools, these are conservative initiatives. Those on the left fight these reforms at every turn.
They're not reforms. They're essentially a form of economic feudalism, of academic feudalism. Jesus Christ.
It's the left that doesn't trust minority parents to select an appropriate school for their children.
Again, they always phrase it in the most paternalizing way possible. Left-leaning people acknowledging the existence of institutional discrimination? Heh. They just don't trust minorities. Oh man, Republicans sure do love playing the race card, huh? Do you remember how at Candace Owens' testimony for the white supremacy New Zealand shooting thing, the guy finished him playing the quote of her talking about like how Hitler wasn't that bad, and she's like, "You must think black people are stupid." Republicans love playing the race card. They're such fucking babies. The thinnest skin, paper thin. Ooh. Oh man, just a little meat baby someone wrapped saran wrap around. Fucking pathetic. The real reason, by the way, why this is a bad fucking meme, this is important to keep in mind, is because if you just let people select what schools they're going to be in, statistically speaking, it's likely that all the wealthy white parents are going to take their kids out of the inner city schools and put them in fucking like nicer public schools in other parts of the town, which means that money is going to be taken out of the hands of the already economically deprived inner city schools composed mostly of lower income people of color, and then the conditions there get worse, and the conditions that exacerbate the racism, the cycle of economic disparity, which causes these factors in the first place, is continued. It's literally just an academic version of white flight. Studies have been shown to prove this, by the way. There have been small parts of the United States that have tried this whole, like, everyone can choose their own school, and other countries that have done it as well, and the outcomes are almost always terrible. The reason for this is because civics and social organization just a smidgen more complicated than what if everyone could just do whatever they want? You think black people aren't smart enough to pick their own schools? Well, I don't know. What if you live in the inner city and your mom works fucking 2 jobs to support you and your brat fucking siblings, and there's no possible way you could afford or have time for the public transportation necessary for you to go to a school other than the shitty inner city one that you live next to? This is a reality for millions of American students.
Why aren't the people who keep black children in failing schools the racists?
Again, look at this phrasing. Keep black children in failing schools the racists. Why do you think they're failing? Do you think it might be because the black students who are there tend not to have as much money, so less of the fucking property taxes and such and such get funneled into those schools? Like, look, again, they can't connect the logical threads here. Or, well, again, they could, but they are dishonest. They know what they're doing here. They know perfectly well what they're doing. Why won't the people who keep black children they like the left is like locking down black children? Well, you know what? We're locking down the white kids in there too, so they can bring their fucking white boy money into those schools and make them fail less, so things get better for everybody.
At some point, maybe you'll start asking yourself like I did. Who's really obsessed with race?
I don't know. You've been calling me racist you've been playing the race card literally this entire fucking video. I can explain all these disparities economically. You can only explain your disparities by accusing us of just like paternalizing black people.
Left or the right? And whose policies really hurt?
What about in cities run by Democrats? Yeah, Democrats do the same. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, Democrats also perpetuate income inequality between black and white people. When the fuck have I said otherwise? Republicans do it worse, though.
Blacks. Maybe it's not who you think it is. I'm Derek Green of Project 21 for Prageru University.
I'm dumb black bitch for Prageru University. Whew! Amazing! Amazing! Oh, I love it. So yeah, just so you know, literally every single policy that he described there, which like is totally not racist, it's just the Republican, the voter ID laws, the charter schools and what have you, all of these have been proven institutionally in multiple studies to be racist as fuck. They cause really bad outcomes for black people. I don't know. It's just kind of weird how the super totally not racist Republican Party, who totally believes in black people, just happen to keep supporting policies that institutionally fuck over black people. Really makes me thunk. Ooh, really gives me the think juice. Ugh. Whew. Good ass time. Now, I know I triggered a lot of fucking brainlet Republicans in chat, so before I end the stream, let's have a chat with them, huh? Oh, first let me check the donations. Jonesy Jones, thank you so much for the $2. And Julian Roja with the $5. A North Carolina Republican candidate recently committed voter fraud by paying individuals to obtain absentee ballots and changing votes. Curious. Almost like Republicans are racist. All right. Ugh, that hurts my mouth. Gah. All right, let's do it, fuckos. Dipshit fucking brainlet bitch boys. Let's hear it the fuck out. In chat. Ugh. Tennessee, my home state, just passed law criminalizing organizations that help people register to vote. Curious, what could be wrong with helping people vote? Is it possible that the organizations were disproportionately helping poor and black people vote? All right. So we've got some fucking Republicans in chat, right? Some racist dipshits, some Nazis, maybe, possibly, maybe. Who wants to do it? Who wants to chat? Do it up. Wash, our monetary priorities, healthcare, information, public education order. Republicans just want to defund everything. Well, yeah, Republicans don't really have consistent positions. Republicans just want to fuck things over. Virgil Garcia with the $5. Having a really bad time. Please do something good with my wage slave existence. My friend, your fate is not mine to control. I'm sorry about the difficult situation you find yourself within. Can't do nothing about it, though. All right, let's do it. Wasn't there... Come on. Quit being babies. Wasn't there a fucking... some idiot in chat? Here, I'll tilt it back. Now you can see my beautiful face, even as I lean back and stretch. Oh, look at that pit. Oh, you guys like that when I fucking stream with a tank top on? Oh, I bet you fucking love that. Oh my god, look at those fucking fat biceps. Oh, god. Wouldn't you love to lay your head against my chest right now? I know you fuckers are into this. You're wrong and I made a graph to prove it. Conyer CC, feel free to provide it to me. Darth Utah 66 was the idiot. Oh, yeah, Virgil Garcia. I'll make good use of your $2, okay? I love you. No debate, come cuddle. Hyena, I'm not fucking cuddling. I took a 5-hour nap today, okay? I'll be done streaming soon. Lexi Jones with the $5. Vosh, stop. You're too hot. It's too much. Ugh. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Conservatism is a gateway to fascism? Yeah, funny how that works, huh? Ugh. I wish I had your self-esteem, honestly. Hey, my self-esteem comes from right here, okay? It doesn't come from what other people say about me. You can develop the same self-esteem that I have. Maybe even greater self-esteem. I don't see any fucking 66 boy. I don't see any Darth Utah 66. Maybe he's scared of me. Have you addressed the criticism of profit motive still being a problem under market capitalism? Yes, I have. I have addressed that in the past. It's not as much of an issue as it would be otherwise. All right, well, fine, if the chuds are dead. Come on, give me a 10-minute Q&A before I end the stream. How do we reclaim anime titties from the right? I don't know. Draw leftist anime titties? More trans anime titties. Not Fuda, trans. Markets or planned economy? Market economy. Alan Schwartzweiler wants to talk? I don't know who the fuck that is. There was another dude claiming Black Panthers were just as bad as white supremacists. He also ran away. Maybe a black guy fucked his girlfriend. What's your beef with Destiny? There's a drama video about it on my channel. You should check it out. Are you straight? No, I'm pansexual. What should I ask Dave Rubin at his event? Ask him if he has a problem selling his soul and working with people who think he's a subhuman for wanting to fuck dudes. How to get clean line art? Be really fucking meticulous. What's your opinion on compulsory voting? I'm undecided on the issue, but I don't have a problem with it. Have I seen Endgame? Not yet, no. In the chat, look for Alan. Oh, I actually completely disagree. Profit motive, huge problem. Corporate workplace. If I would make $1 more because my work wouldn't make that much profit. Alan Schwarzenweiler. It's a It's the thing. It's the thing. Later. Thoughts on universal basic income? Fine in concept. I don't like Yang's proposal. How are you so handsome? I love you too, babe. You sound like Marge from The Simpsons when doing the I do it for you. Hey, known communist Sargon of Akkad. Off topic, haven't heard. U.S. aircraft carrier, Panama Canal. Yeah. I know about the Venezuela shit, but there's nothing we can do about it. The fucking dipshit main media is still going to proclaim this is democratic intervention rather than a coup, and a bunch of Venezuelans are going to die. Should I go to college for philosophy? If you can afford to, maybe. I'm always down for trans anime titties. What do you got against cuddling? I like being active, okay? What's the beef with actual Jake? There's no big beef with actual Jake. I talked with him for a little bit, but he had to dip off me. The heat was too big from the Poppy drama. Thoughts on ballot harvesting concept the Republicans are pushing? I would need to read more into it before I felt comfortable making a chat. What's your opinion on the Gundam franchise? I've never seen a single fucking Gundam thing. I'm sorry. Read the Baden Journals and Gender Nihilism Anthology for Good Transgender Abolition Theory. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, friendo. I don't want to abolish transgender people. They're cute. What do you want from me? What's your beef with poli-sci? I have literally no beef with poli-sci majors. It just wasn't for me. LTS, I'm literally not clicking that just because you spam shit in chat. What frames are you wearing? Oh, Prada? Yeah, Prada. These were good. These were like $800 before we got the discount. What's your MAL analyst? It's under Irish Laddie on my anime list. Make a separate vid on why you prefer markets so your stance is easy to find. Yeah, but it's boring. It's boring. It's boring. I don't care about arguing with fucking leftists. I don't care about arguing the particulars of leftist ideology with leftists. We're fighting fucking fascists right now. We're fighting fascists. We're deploying troops to Venezuela. There's gonna be a fucking war. I don't care. I don't care. Who do you main in Smash? King K. Rool. Me and my girlfriend are trans and we're moving to the deeper South Louisiana for college. Any tips to stay safe? Fuck. Aggressively socialize with the people around you. Develop habits that assist you in determining which cis people are safe or not. Gotta be good with that one. And when you find people who are safe to be with, rely on them for support, okay? Build an army. Creative Nothing, thanks for the $2. At the end of Endgame, they all have an orgy. Thanos cock. Thanos cock. Always get white boy Guaido supporters trying to tell me I have no empathy for their country or South American people. I was born in Colombia. What do? Oh, when people tell me they support Guaido, I just pee on their feet. I don't fucking care. What's wrong with your eyes? I don't know. They're like bluish green. Any thoughts on Kian Squatsi and David Lynch's work? I have no idea what the fuck that is. Am I anti-sectarian? Yes. Thoughts on deplatforming? Yes. I am almost completely certain that at least 50% of your fan base is trans. Yes. Vosh knows he looks better from the side than the front. Yes, I do. How do you feel anarchist values apply to First Nations people culture? That's a fuck. Jesus Christ. You want me to fucking write an academic journal right now? The fuck is wrong with you? I'm closing stream soon. Jesus Christ. Do you have a side job? Nope. I was desperately poor for about a year before starting this, but thanks to the incredibly generous donations... By the way, give me more money. Thanks to the incredibly generous donations I've seen from you folk, I'm now able to do this as my one job. Who would you consider to be a fake leftist? Hassan Piker. No, that's not true. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Tankies, maybe? I don't know. I do like you from the front, though. That's funny, Plasma Dragoon, because my girlfriend likes it when I hit it from the back. Wow! All right. Why are you so handsome? I really, honestly, genuinely look like normal. What's wrong with your eyes? Like, are you short-sighted or something? Yeah, I'm short-sighted. My vision is terrible. I can't see the screen from this distance. At this distance, the words are unreadable to me. This is a little bit over a foot. I've got terrible vision. Thank you for stream today. Thank you for being here for it, friend. Get to watching those PTWs already? You have some good ones on there? I have no idea what a PTW is. Do you listen to any politically minded bands? Nope! If Vosh gets into a Sonic trailer, he would spend days on a David Lynch work? Yes, probably. Understand your ending stream. Can you give me a brief synopsis of all three flames of Capital Three Flanks? Conyer CC, you understand my pain. This is every fucking stream unironic. People give me like a $2 donation, and they're like, hey, can you give me your opinion on the anarchist implementation of this particular economic policy as it would relate to the black struggle in Cambodia? Fuck, come on. Jesus. Write me an email. What's my favorite ice cream flavor? I don't know. I like coffee. Mocha. Yeah, probably mocha. This is some good ass shit. Oh, you guys sure did give me money. Thoughts on social democrats? They're fine. They're wrong, but they're fine. I don't fucking care. What do you think our chances as a species of getting through the coming shitstorm is? You know what? 50-50. Either we make it through or we don't. Cade Poke fan, thanks so much for the $2. I appreciate the money dollars. Any plans on doing any collabs? No, all the fucking leftists ran away because of the drama. I don't care. I'm growing faster than any of them are anyway. Within a year, I'm going to be one of the biggest left-leaning people on YouTube, assuming I don't get banned. Oh, plan to watch anime? Yeah, I need to add that to my fucking thingy. Im Morrison, thanks for the $2. Go buy something to cover up those blinds, Mang. Yeah, they're pretty ugly. Have I seen Two Girls, One Cup? Yeah, of course. The cultural classic right there. Kadan Sheila, autist comrade here. Opinion on the functioning labels and person or identity first debate. I don't really feel comfortable commenting on that because I'm not... At the risk of sounding crass, I'm not, like, autistic enough for it to matter for me. I don't really care if people call me autistic. I'm socially competent and I don't have problems getting laid. You know? Where does my autism hurt me? I feel like that decision-making should be done by people who actually are marginalized by the association with the term. And Capratum Arts. Thanks for the $5, friend. First time catching the stream, gotta support the mans. You supported me. Good job. Well done. Would you arm wrestle Ben Shapiro or debate him if you could only choose one? Oh, easily arm wrestle. Oh, God. Ben Shapiro's fucking skinny. I'd arm wrestle Ben Shapiro, and after I win, after he gives like his little defeated look, with the other hand, bap, knock the keeper right off his hat. Run away yodeling. That'd be fun. I'm peeing for the first time tomorrow. Any tips to maximize the experience? Pinch your urethra shut. Art Fulham Nut, thank you for the $2 Canadian. You did give me money. And Creative Nothing for the $5. Review Ben Shapiro's secretly Legion's cringy, but we're worth it. Are you being serious? Yeah, I'll buy it sometime. It might be fun. Or, well, I'll torrent it, obviously. I'm not going to fucking buy anything of Ben Shapiro's. Thoughts on communalism? Good. Would you ever use green screens? Probably not. Ideally, when I get a full setup, I want to have a cool background. It'll be a bunch of posters saying, please don't advocate for the death of people you disagree with. TOS, TOS, TOS. It'll be good. When are you going to build your other monitor? You mean my other computer? Got almost all the parts right here. What are your plans for when you get banned from YouTube? Panhandling. What will you do now that John Doyle has blocked you? Also, why did he block you? Was that on your part? He blocked me because I kept retweeting his dumbass tweets and making fun of them. So a bunch of my fans went into his comment section and started shitting on him. That's why he blocked me. What's on your earlobe? Keloids. Beep. Where does my autism hurt you? It doesn't. Seriously. I am autistic. It's been diagnosed. It doesn't. Seriously, I'm fine. I like public speaking very much, so I got good at doing the kinds of things that, privilege autistic people to not be treated the same as other autistic people. Any opinions on the Green Party? Delusional, but they're cute. I like their messaging. Is the Sonic movie like a Fast Blue Garfield movie? That hopefully it'll be even better mimetically. Why don't you love me? Hyena, because you're incredibly needy, and I find that unattractive. 999, I can like two things that aren't necessarily strictly compatible, you know. No more Doyle debate then? Probably not. Am I bigger than Thanos? In some respects. Ever noticed Ben Shapiro's sister? No, I don't really care. Am I still talking to people? I mean, in general, yeah. I'm going to talk to my girlfriend soon. Then to my fucking dealer. I don't know. How is your hog perpetually greased but also clean enough to not wash your hands after peeing? An excellent question, Good Rub. When I know that sexual activity is coming, I get instantly erect and it points straight up, and then pre-cum sprouts from it like a fountain and drenches the sides. It slicks my entire penis in a matter of moments. So in that way, but when I do that, when I'm peeing, I'm not like in that state, you know? Favorite anarchist author? I don't read. Nerd. When am I talking with Faraday? I have him on Discord. I could talk to him like literally whenever. You're mean, you love that I'm needy sometimes? Yes, I do love you, Hyena. Can you post more chud debates? Poke the bear, love the live streams, but work a lot? Guys, I'll listen. Okay, everyone, shut the fuck up. Okay, stop asking me questions. Listen, The problem here, listen, I love debate, okay? I'm really, really good at it. I'm really fucking good at it, and I love it. I love how fucking hot my face feels. I love the beating in my chest. I love my brain racing to think of, like, the perfect balance between, like, a rhetorically proficient insult and, like, actually addressing the question or answer or whatever. I love it. I love it. Oh, it feels so fucking good. The problem is debate is a two-way street, or sometimes more than two ways, okay? And I can't just do it on my own. You know? I need a debate partner. And listen, the people who disagree with me by and large are fucking idiots. They're subhuman. Listen, if you're watching me right now and you think I'm wrong about a single thing, even minor arbitrary takes and say media critic, you're probably stupid, okay? Okay, that's not true. I'm joking with that one. But seriously though, Republicans, conservatives, reactionaries, neo-Nazis, alt-righters, whatever, they're all stupid or dishonest. All of them, they're all stupid, very small brains. So dumb. And sometimes their stupidity is just not fun to engage with. Especially if I'm just picking up random viewers. Normally they're just like, well, have you considered this thing? And I have, and they're wrong. Or they'll just cite things that are factually incorrect. It's very boring. I need good debate partners. Would you debate Nicholas Fuentes? Probably not, no. Nick Fuentes is one of the most intelligent and most bad faith actors on the right. He is incredibly slippery. If we were going to do a debate, I would need to be able to hold him down. Ideally, it would be an in-person debate. Bunny Mew, you know what I think of your politics. No. Listen, Nick Fuentes is very smart. Don't underestimate your opponents. You have nothing to gain from underestimating your opponents. Nick Fuentes is an extremely intelligent rhetorician. His points are stupid, but the way in which he delivers them makes it incredibly difficult to respond to them. His propensity for shameless gish galloping, for insults, for talking over people, and for accusing his debate opponent for talking over him, he is shameless, and it's so good. He is so good at that. He would be an incredible debate opponent if I could pin him down. It would need to be in person. That would be ideal, but that's never going to happen. And honestly, even then, why? He's just a Nazi. Nothing much. How's my mouth? Yeah, it's doing okay. About to end the stream. Coming up next few minutes. Best debater on the right. Nasty Nick is up there. Unquestionably. Ben Shapiro isn't. Ben Shapiro is not that good. When you say debate partner, you mean a more meaningful adversary. There's no conservative on earth who knows these positions better than me. Or, well, that's not true. They could know them, but they lie in spite of knowing those positions. There is no conservative on earth who could defeat me in a debate. At least not in a neutral environment. But then you add bias into the mix, like the gish galloping from Nick Fuentes, or with Ben Shapiro, maybe the crowd would be on his side. But in a neutral environment, I don't think there's as long as I have a week to prepare, I don't think there's a single person on earth on the right. And the reason for that isn't because I'm some sort of god or anything. It's because they're wrong. They're just wrong. It's that simple. Is it worth listening to Fuentes to be aware of talking points and not be helpless if they come up? Yes. Always. If you are interested in engaging in public advocacy, the people you need to pay attention to are the people who disagree with you, not the ones who agree with you. I watch Nicholas Fuentes's, what is it, America First, his fucking Nazi show. I watch his shit because I need to be ready for the worst arguments that might come my way. Absolutely. I've said it like 3 times when I said good transgender abolition theory. I meant it's good gender abolition theory by trans people. Oh! DM me on Discord. I know what you think about my politics. What do you think about debating? Bunny Mew, the problem is that your debating style is mostly like you very softly and very politely expressing your feelings. And then when I tell you what like reality is, you say, well, I don't see it that way. The problem is, Bunny Mew, I don't think you're unintelligent. The problem is you're just operating from a fallacious starting point. If you were a leftist, you would probably be a pretty decent debater. Or at least rhetorically, I think you could nail that pretty well. But your positions hamstring you. On the topic of pathos and logos should win in the end, but we resort to it because people are generally more receptive. Is it effective to do both? Whoa. I don't give a fuck about logos. I give a fuck about whether or not I'm right, and then once I know I'm right, I'll deliver my position in any way necessary as long as it doesn't involve dishonesty. I don't give a fuck about I'm not going to talk to a Nazi and think like, and now I will present the most logical argument. The goal of debating a Nazi is not to present logos, it's to destroy them, to crush them, to humiliate them, to ruin them publicly, and to embarrass their followers into agreeing with you. It's that simple. You don't do it to beat their argument or any nonsense like that. Rhetoric, whatever rhetorical strategy I need to win is the rhetorical strategy I will engage in as long as it doesn't involve dishonesty, because I want to honestly present my view. I want people to be able to critically engage with it because that makes my side stronger in the long run. Did you make a stream of a Nick Fuentes video yet? No, not yet. You should put out an open challenge on Twitter for right-wing YouTubers to debate just to see who bites. Couldn't hurt. I've got some news on possible happenings in Venezuela with U.S. military buildup for action. I know, I'd engage with it, but I gotta poop. How do you that, Lamau? I do not know what you mean. Good point. No sense playing fair with the chief. It's not even about playing fair. Politics has never been about finding the better point. It's about believing in the better point, or what you think is the better point, and then crushing people who disagree with you, physically or otherwise. It's always been that simple. There has never been a point in history where people of differing opinions in a broad and politically impactful sense have debated, and then at the end of the day one of them said, oh, well, you're actually right, you have logos convinced me that I am wrong and you are right, and then they changed their fan base. Can you start challenging chuds to actual fights as well as debates? Hey, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? That's the value in debating Fuentes. Well, that's the problem. Fuentes is extremely good at that sort of rhetorical mishmash with the gish galloping and stuff. That's the problem. He's better at it than me. Is he right? No, but he's still better at it than me. Watching the video of you having a conversation with the Evelyn supporter was awesome. Just love following reaction channel reviews. Dan Rosen, the person who I talked to, is in chat right now. Bunny Sunny Mew. Bunny Sunny Mew is the person I talked with. Please dab for me. Go to the bathroom if you have to poop, you goof. I'll live. I have a strong butt. I know you get bored of random chuds. Questioning good around randos be good for the online community. We need like Vosh destroys reactionary cucks. I know, but normally it's so boring. Like recently I did. I gotta end the stream soon. But recently I did a series of debates. I thought they were going to be debates. They mostly ended up just being conversations with Hunter Avalone fans. But I streamed following his hit piece video on me, right? Or it wasn't really a hit piece video. He was just critiquing a video. I did critiquing a video of his. But one person got up on there and he was saying, like, his argument was basically that we should not acknowledge the existence of trans people because he believed that acknowledging their existence leads them to commit higher suicide. And I said, actually, no, that's factually incorrect, and has been demonstrated not to be the case by basically every study on the subject. What actually happens is that as we recognize the existence of trans people, we know more of them exist, so the suicides that they commit are a product partly of the fact that we are now identifying them correctly as trans, rather than being cross-dressers, hermaphrodites, or just in the closet, like, trans people, and partly because the increased attention has led to increased stigmatization. And he unironically did not know the difference between correlation and causation. This guy literally did not know the difference between correlation and causation. What the fuck am I supposed to do there? I just ended up hanging up on him. Like, okay, sorry. Fucking get your GED before you waste time talking to me. Our brain hurts a lot with the 20 pesos. Any quick tips on how to deal with centrists? Watch my fucking first video on my YouTube channel. I challenge them on matters of practicality. Ask about the extent to which their positions actually affect the world rather than just position themselves ideologically in the center. Charming Badger 1, it is possible to convince a single person with persistent logical argumentation. It is not possible to persist a crowd of fanboys for the enemy team that you are right without engaging in a little bit of water balloon throwing. What's your favorite debate ever? Well, Jordan Peterson versus Slavoj Žižek, obviously. The debate of minds. Basically, the greatest intellectual debate of the 21st century. What's the absolute weakest dab you can do? Is your real name Vong de Vache? Yes. Were any of the other Avalon supporters better at debating than me? No, Bunny Sunny Mew. Nobody presented a better... I don't... Bunny Mew, listen. Listen, Bunny Mew, I'm going to come down hard on you here. The extent to which you are desperate to please Hunter Avalon by debating me efficaciously is really strange to me. It's really fucking parasocial creepy, okay? Hunter Avalon has 1,000 times as many fans as me, and even I am too busy to give a shit about, like, any one individual person who likes me, unless I have a prior friendship. Please, Bunny Mew, stop framing your self-worth and your rhetorical abilities from the perspective of how you believe Avalon might see you. Please, I beg of you, for your own sake. You are better than that. What about Nuance Bro, JF, Ryan Dawson, or even Excuse-Me? I mean, what about him? I could get him. Debate Destiny? I've debated Destiny like a fucking dozen times. Are conservatives born inferior? No, of course not. 2 minutes. Yeah. Favorite debate? I really don't have one. Dave Squash with the $5. That was one of the dumbest debaters I've ever seen. Love you 3000 Vosh. I love you too, buddy. Thank you so much for the $5. How do you handle the "you don't know what fascism is" argument? I don't know. Humbert Eco's 14 points. The concurrence of academic sources as to the effects of I don't know. That's a tough one. Oh God. What do you think of Destiny overall, though? He's very smart and very rhetorically proficient. I also think he's a huge cunt, and he did me dirty. But what are you going to do? Debate Blair White? Why? Yeah, why not? I mean, well, wait, Blair White's like 100 times bigger than me. Guys, we'll get there in time, okay? We've already gotten the attention of John Doyle, 3 times my YouTube subs, and Hunter Avalon, 30 times my YouTube subs, okay? Don't worry. We're going to get there. I promise you we're going to get there, okay? We've got those two. We can get more. What's the dirtiest rhetorical trick? Oh, easily Gish Galloping. Gish Galloping is, without question, in this day and age, the hardest rhetorical trick to deal with. It's really dishonest. It's really fucking shitty. So since your mind changed debating Fuentes, are the kill stream memes still happening? Guys, I wanted to do the kill stream because I liked the idea of just shitting on Nazis or whatever. But the guy, Flamenco, the co-host of the kill stream, is such an obnoxious little cunt over DMs that I honestly don't want to do it. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I'm arguing with, when I was like in DMs with John Doyle, I was polite to him. I'm always polite when I directly speak to people. I don't benefit in any way from being rude to a Nazi one-on-one. How do I benefit from that? It's not going to change his mind. It's probably not going to make him feel bad. It's just going to entrench him in his position, and there's no audience from which to humiliate him. There's no benefit. But every single time Flamenco spoke to me, he was doing like these cringy fucking gotchas. Like everything was him trying to turn it around like, you said this, but this is a thing. And then I have to be like, you realize those are completely incompetent. I have literally no idea. Very frequently I had to just say, what are you talking about? Because I knew he was always just trying to get me. I don't fucking know. He's a really weird fucking guy. I donated and you never answered. Thoughts on the Venezuela coup? Listen, hands off Venezuela, okay? I'm sorry I missed your donation, friend. I apologize. Have you done any roaming Valeno? No. Know anything about Robert Paxton? Yes. Destiny is streaming now. Okay. I mean, he's a professional streamer. He's going to be streaming a lot, you know? Debate God? Working on it, okay? One of these days, I'm going to fucking kill him, necking myself after a fucking chud debate. And then I'll debate God, okay? What are tankies, authoritarian lefties who defend the Soviet Union and shit? Did I miss Vosh watching the Prageru video? Yes. You're rude to me in some of our DMs? Conyer CC, we both know that's not true. I actually fucking adore you. I have never been rude to you. How do you argue people who say socialism is unrealistic? I point them to a big set of studies that I found showing that worker co-ops are actually more productive and more stable than traditionally owned businesses. Is there such a thing as a stupid question? Yes. Pretty big question. Discovered stuff today. What do you think someone like me, a 17-year-old, can practically do to make things better from a leftist perspective? Educate yourself, become strong, become self-sufficient, change the minds of the people around you, and then when an opportunity presents itself to change the minds of others, take it. It's that simple. Thoughts on Friended Forever debate issues involving JBP? I have no idea who that person is, but yeah, I can do them. take me with you. I want to watch the God debate. And look, if you want to kill yourself, that's not on me, okay? Please don't kill yourself, okay? You have so much to live for. You should start streaming on Chatterbait. I do have a big cock. Do I get high? I don't know if that's in the YouTube TOS, so let's say no for right now. Okay, stop. No, I'm going. Bye. No, good night. Nope. God. My mouth hurts so much. Holy shit.
You have no self-control. Get off.
I'm making money.
Get off.
I'm making money.
You need to heal your mouth. Get off. Everyone leave.
Okay. All right. How did you get so good at debates? Please tell. Last question. This is important to me.
You are so annoying.
You don't need like a crazy fucking hypo chamber to get good at debates, okay? The only thing that happened to me is that I like debates and I like public speaking. So I went out of my way to listen to debates and I went out of my way to speak publicly. And I did it over and over and over again. I did it better and better and better each time. Every year I got better at it than the year before. And eventually I became really, really good. Anyone can do this. Nothing special to me. All of you can do it. And if all of you do it, if every single one of you puts effort forward to become an educated, cogent debater, talented and confident, you guys could, just the small audience we have here, make a substantial impact in the world. There is nothing more powerful than rhetoric. Good night.